Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the Mach 5 takes the lead.
meow.
No.
Hey guys, what's going on? We're playing some Navi today. Betcha we're expecting the Navi. Bet you weren't expecting it. It's not like we do this every other time. We've actually technically started around 12 minutes before we usually are late.
That's an improvement.
Yeah, I mean we're still technically late because we're waiting. We wanted to give a little bit of a time for one of us to show up. They still haven't yet. They're on their way. But you know, I mean, we're a little bit less late than what we usually are, right? Right.
Yes.
You keep
Right.
talking.
When you think of it a certain way, we're less late than usual. That's an improvement.
I got a nos.
We're still in the red, but you know.
It's true. It's true.
I
My
mean,
guys,
this is-
here for some Navi today. For those of you who do not know what Navi is, how are you here? That's all I gotta say. I don't really know why anyone would come to this without knowing what it is. However, I have been getting some comments on YouTube of people just going like, "Well, this doesn't seem like Megaman." There are two things I would say to that. One, if you mean that it doesn't seem like Megaman because you've never seen Navi, go and play some of the Navi games. They're really good. The Battle Network series is one of the greatest Mega Man series out there, and you know it's like that. If you're saying that this doesn't feel like Battle Network, I didn't make Battle Network. This is a completely different experience because I have tried to put it as a tabletop game. I tried to make a GBA game into a tabletop game. There's going to be a couple of differences.
Yes.
Then I hope you
I
understand.
couldn't possibly imagine how.
There's gonna
or
be
why.
a couple, just a few differences, and I never forget anything.
Ever.
I never forget anything.
Rocky never forgets.
All of the lore of all of Battle Network is in my brain. I tell you that right now.
But
What
is
about
it
all those
really?
things you forgot, though?
Fuck you.
How dare you say that to me on the day?
How
of my
dare you say
wedding.
that to me
Hey, a new guy.
On game day.
on the day of the game?
I'll say this to you anytime. It doesn't need to be game of the day.
You say that to me
I-
on the day of my game.
Damn straight I do.
Day of my game, do it.
the day of my gamer, on the day of my gamer, I don't know, something. Anyway, with all that being said, oh, we did just get a fleeting inspiration. That means the first roll that Cross gets to roll is going to be rolled with advantage. Thank you very much, Kai Gardenia. Much appreciated, much appreciated. My dudes. I guess we better go over what's going on
Please
here.
help me. Please help me. My table isn't clean.
So we have Dr. Doofenshmirtz paradox over here saying society while there's Barry the Crossopus in the background.
The crossopus.
I don't fucking know, man.
Crossy the Navapus, what
Thank
are
you.
you doing here?
Thank you, Lindo, for the fleeting inspiration. Heading off toward what? So what is also gonna get a thing before doing so. That's great. That's wonderful. I'm upset at the world. And over here, of course, we have Welcome to Scam Simulator. God dang it.
Finally a scam.
I emotionally can't deal with this.
Yeah, neither can Bug. Look at him.
Oh my god.
I know,
We'll see what this turns into later, I guess. All right, so
Yeah. Anyway.
with that being
It doesn't-
said,
Pay attention at the corner of your eyes, viewers, to see it happen in real time.
with that being said, we don't have a squeaky right now currently in order to say anything that's going on. So first person to do the recap gets 3 inspiration.
Last time,
I
played the game.
saved society from crime. The end. Give me my inspiration.
What were you gonna say, Will?
Last time we played the game.
I'm taking away inspiration from you. I'm actually taking away. Hold on. You don't. You're losing two. They're going to me. I get those now. I decide when these activate.
You should honestly give them to FOMO because of society.
You're right. Hold on.
We are communists.
Here, FOMO. Take these two Vader inspirations.
Oh.
Are you just building a Watt tower?
No,
You
it's a
have a third
5G tower, Anthony.
Jake, please.
All right.
What happened last game?
Well, you see, we went home and nothing at all happened after actually.
I'm taking away two cross-spirations.
Let me actually try and remember.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Oh
okay,
my
so we got to the
God.
hospital, right?
Okay,
Yeah, most of the game,
Right, Will?
the entire game happened at the hospital. If that helps.
Okay, excellent. I guess I will have to
so
draw.
we were at the hospital. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, keep talking, Will. Fucking let me.
And I assume we start talking to the newest wife of the guy that lost his job.
So
Yo,
we
next
picked up at the
previous
hospital where we left off, in the
Mhm.
middle of Betty's parents losing their fucking job.
There you go, Jake. Keep going.
There you go. There's the start.
Okay.
And from there, we actually went on to start examining Betty's fucking leg
I'm
because the
gonna-
girl had ADHD like there was no tomorrow.
I'm
And then
going to
Dr.
be-
Sir Assalot came along and beat the shit out of all of us for being robots.
I can't draw that fast, please.
Only Mr. Scamtron decided to say, no, fuck you. What crawled up your ass and died? Because it certainly wasn't me. Bug.
God dang it. Keep going.
After which, Wall was, requested to go get, a nice refreshing glass of water, and came back with fucking electrolytes and an electrolyte Navi.
He's what plants need.
I'm gonna be honest, the biggest reason I'm having trouble is because I'm remembering the game before, because almost all of yesterday I was looking up the day before.
Oh my fucking God, Jake. Or,
Now that
well,
we are,
sometimes I wonder.
now that we have the glory and beauty that is referred to as Neon Man, who had come to visit his own master, Sir gets bullied a lot. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm having a stroke over here.
Oh,
No, it's
you're
fine.
having a stroke?
Have you heard the words coming out of my mouth?
You got this. I believe in you.
But yeah, freaking not Cross, because Cross was taking care of Betty at the particular moment of time, and
Okay.
inserted herself into the child's leg, while Yome went off with the nice
Oh,
Navi to go show him to the room.
Mm-hmm.
And
enter a child's leg.
Paradox Man was still dealing with existential crises that were happening at vague and indistinct points of time within time. What is time really?
What is time and where did I get all these almonds?
But anyway, inside of the child's leg there was viruses and we beat the shit out of them, and then the good virus left.
You did.
And it turned out the reason she was a hyper little shit monkey was because she was having adrenaline pumped into her body through the leg.
That'd do it.
Where's the fire dude? The fire dude
Paradox
looks like
Man
this.
had a nice, loving conversation where he beat the shit verbally out of the doctor and made him reconsider life choices. But ultimately, the doctor's still an asshole.
Baby
It's
steps.
it's a terminal case of asshole.
There's no cure. Nothing we can do.
There's no cure for your asshole.
What happened after that chat?
Chat? Abandoning me? You're abandoning me?
No, I said what happened after that chat.
Oh, okay. I thought you were referring to the chat.
No, fuck those
I
guys.
thought you were abandoning me for the chat. That hurts.
Keep
I
going.
was about to be stabbed. A few went up to talk to the director of the hospital because, you know, they had things to go over, requesting certain files and information to uncover ancient mysteries. Paradox Man wanted to find out why he got blown the fuck up,
Oh yeah, and he was an asshole.
and they ran into the asshole again up there. And as it turned out, the asshole winked at them because he's an asshole. As assholes are known to communicate through eye twitching rather than verbal communication.
That's true. It's no lie there.
And for some reason the Navi was in the fucking bathroom. So they went to go check out the bathroom, as you know you do. And it's Ruth's jack-in port in the bathroom. That shouldn't have been there. They tried the jack-in and it didn't work. Because, you know, it wasn't supposed to fucking be there.
Dude, you got me lost. Where are we?
No, just keep
We're
going.
in space.
Stop interrupting him, boys. Keep going. We're near the end.
But, you know, they talked to the director, got everything sorted out. He was like, yeah, so if you have somebody who's, like, allowed to access these things, I have no problem with it, but for legal reasons, come back with somebody who can fucking actually, like, legally examine these things you want to look at.
And do nothing.
I only just now noticed this was going on over here.
Not looking, it'll destroy me. So everybody merrily went their way back down, where we all got back together and communicated. Yeah, so they were fired probably to cover up what happened at Scilab, and you know, that's kind of fucked up. And they were like, yeah, so the guy was there, and then we realized the kid was already let out earlier today, so either he was here by complete obliviousness, or some weird shit's going on. And hey, girl, save me!
Huh? Excuse me? What?
No, keep going, Jake. We're almost at the end.
Keep going, Jake. Finish
So we
it. Finish
scrambled
what you
through the
started.
hospital trying to find him as we realized some weird shit had just gone down. And we
I
may
get
have had a hoodwink on our eyes.
You guys doing the recap?
Shut
without
up!
Me? Okay.
But
Tired of people interrupting it. Keep going.
we have decided to go back to Scilabs and have a nice conversation with the president and Alan's mother that this cover-up will not be accepted. They need to fire someone else, probably themselves. And yeah,
There you go.
I'm gonna go die now.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry, Squeaky. I didn't mean to tell you to shut up as soon as you got here. I should have waited a couple of seconds.
It's okay.
Shut up, Squeaky.
Well,
I also saw that no one did the announcement
There's no announcement. What are you talking about?
in the schedule.
There's no announcement. Who needs an announcement? My dudes. Thank you very much. I gave you your promised 3 there, Jake.
Oh, thank you.
Do with them as you must. And yeah. So, with that being said, let me see here. Let me see if that's correct, Squeaky. Let me go look. Let me go look in the Discord and see if that's correct. No, there's an announcement in the Discord, Squeaky. What are you talking about? Anyway, so while that was going on, there was a couple of donations. So Azure Kai gave $30. Says Paradox Man looked like they could use some inspiration to enforce the highest form of the law against its new navigator. So here you go, Paradox Man. Paradox Man's ally cross. So that's gonna be 15 to cross. I Love Anime gave $10. Says to the one with the most. Great math. And Lindo said to Yo Man what? So let's go ahead and what do you mean to Yo Man what, Lindo? That's 5! It's 5! Lindo!
we have to divide it for half a brain cell each.
With that being said, let's go ahead and I believe that this is gonna make not only you the one that gets to the 15, Jake, but I think you're also gonna get the 5 that Anime gave because you're gonna have the most inspiration at that point.
So I'm getting
I love
20
math.
right now,
1,
right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wait, wait,
7,
stop.
8,
I'm
9,
getting
10,
20, right?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Count them.
Yeah,
They're
that's
probably
30 dice.
yeah, whatever. No, you
I
don't.
just counted 10.
No, you
that's what I
don't.
was
You have. I don't know what you're talking about, Jake. You only have three dice. Shut
Well, stop drawing Homestuck on the table.
up.
It's
Miss some fleetings?
Midnight
I'll get to the
Crew,
fleetings,
not
don't you worry.
Homestuck.
Don't you worry. I'll get to the fleetings. Fight. Lindo, you fucking tell me who gets the extra one right now. I'll kill you. You're going mad with power ever since I gave you the mob privileges. You're going mad with power. While that's going on, we also got some fleetings. So joining Cross and what? We also have one for who the hell is that supposed to be for, Cyan? I don't understand. Anyway, and one for Paradox Man. Okay, cool.
Instead of doing anything, I just pet my dog.
Yeah, thank you.
Lindo gave another $10. Says, "Yo, man, what? Fixed it. Fine. I'll
There you
take
go.
that. I'll take that. That means they each get 3 more because I didn't give the other one. So
Yeah, I counted as 30.
How dare you, Jake? How dare you lie to me, Jake? That's a lie that you're telling me.
Sometimes I
There's
wish
no
I
such-
counted
them by hand.
There's no such thing as more fake cards, Jake. What are you
more because
talking
he
about?
wants me to get up.
More dice for my fight.
Ah, there you
power.
go, Jake. There you
So
go. Jake.
unreal, I will immediately play it.
There you go, Jake. No, that game hasn't started yet. You can't do that. How about you go fuck yourself? Thank you very much, my dudes. Much appreciated. All of the donations so far. And I think there was another one. Just give me a second while I get rid of this. Alabama donates again. Says just again. Alabama, you're gonna have to start putting actual names to them. I'm not doing this whole counting up everybody's things every single time. Just letting you know. So
Yeah.
tell me who that goes
Yeah.
to. With that being said, my dudes. Squeaky, you missed the amazing recap. That was amazing, and I had to pressure people into doing for me.
What? People aren't just volunteering?
I know.
What
There's
the fuck
there's
is
even
wrong with you guys?
incentives. I can't
Man.
believe it. And it's all because
See,
it's
this
all
is-
because you're not doing your job. Anyway, so
Excuse me? It's exactly because I'm doing my job that I can't do this one. You know
Squeaky,
what? I'm
Squeaky,
fucking out.
Squeaky,
I quit.
Squeaky, I don't care about your other job.
Squeaky's gone.
Squeaky's actually had a pretty bad day at her job today, guys. So let's be nice to her. Azure Kai gave another $20. Says, I broke Cross's advantage, so if you're Cross, I apologize.
Oh, thank you.
And then Atlanta says NPC inspiration. Okay, so is the other one going to be for NPCs too, Alabama? Azure Kai, let's go ahead and give your 10 to Cross. Hell yeah. Just right after we got rid of all the ones from Cross. Actually, there should be 1 or 2 over here, right? Yes. Lucky. All right. So, boom, 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 boom. There you go. It's a nice little stack. I hate you too, Jake.
Make me count this shit twice.
All right, other one was for Cross. Okay, let me go ahead and give you the one from Alabama. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the NPCs. Good. Where's the evil inspirations of evil? I don't know where they are. This one. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. With all that being said, my guys, is everybody ready to get back into the game?
Yes.
Has Squeaky returned, or is she still pouting?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did you hear the nice thing I said, Squeaky, before you did you hear
No,
that?
I was gone.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Anyway, so with that being said, my guys, everyone began to make their way away from the hospital. Alan, having just learned that it could potentially have been the cover-up, at which point it would probably end up having been either his mom or the president who had fired Yome's former masters, fired them from their job and assimilated their company. It could potentially have been them, but it could have also potentially been another person, the Dr. Walter that was apparently over those people. One of them has potentially done some sort of a thing which you all think was an unjust potential loss for poor whatever we ended up naming him. Hero? Is it Hero, right?
Hero, yeah.
Yeah, okay. As you guys go to make your way away from the hospital, you're gonna be going down. The street from where you guys are, heading back toward the mall area. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're still here in the city before we head off to Scilabs?
Cry?
Would you like to cry?
I'd
We
like
have a
to,
lot
but
of
he's
money
too
for
much
shopping,
money to
but I'm
admit
not
it.
sure now's the appropriate time to go shop.
We have
Yeah,
a
we
good
should go
we have a
get
good
it.
number of people in chat today.
We should
Numbers.
spend a lot of numbers on things.
You want to spend a lot of numbers on things? Like what kind of things?
What the fuck do you buy in this universe?
Close.
I can second that. What's going
Mostly has been close.
Okay, wait, what can we buy that's useful?
Close.
What's
Mostly,
useful
yes.
to
it has been
everyone
close.
but two? more useful to more than 2 people in this group?
Hey, everybody could use clothes.
I don't need pants. I need justice.
Chips?
Please put your pants on.
No.
Oh my god, I actually just noticed. Yeah, you don't Paradox. Wait, I have to look at him. Is he
We
wearing
just
pants?
went to a hospital.
Oh no,
There were
he's got
children
he's got a loincloth. Never mind.
there. Okay, good enough.
It is
Okay.
a tabard.
It's a justice cloth.
It's a justice cloth.
Justice.
couldn't
At the
afford it.
moment, you guys do know that you could potentially buy stuff from the battle chip store. However, you also know the last time you were there, they didn't have anything but very low tier stuff in stock because of the recent burglary that happened. You guys could go to the mall and potentially see if you can find anything as far as programs are concerned. However, I will also let you guys know that there will not be anything new in stock as far as what you guys had gotten last time, and most of you have most of your programs up to advanced by now anyway. Most of them.
I have
At the
one
they
quick...
they don't go any higher than that, and they don't have a lot of specialized programs available. Currently, those are the 2 options you guys have in front of you. However, I have also mentioned once you guys get to the docks or over toward the Bay area of the city, there are going to be more shops and more things like that there if you'd like to save your money for then.
I'm saving my money.
Well, your money is everyone's money.
We have a communal money source here.
We're communists. So listen,
All of your money
I have
is
a-
Alan's
I'm
money.
not spending all of it, dude.
What's yours is mine, and mine's also mine because fuck you, I have more things. I win. No, so what does Scilabs make?
Again,
Besides
everything
fuck bots.
as of right now, the biggest things you guys can hope to get from buying programs is making any of your programs you have up to their advanced variants. And most of you have already made most of them up to your advanced variants that you guys are at least wanting, such as advanced hacking and advanced stuff like that. And again, most of you have already made your stuff go up to that. You also know that to make something from basic to advanced is 20,000 zenny. Which you guys have a ton of it, but you know. You don't know, however, what would be further beyond.
Beyond.
Does anybody have anything in particular they would want? If you guys do, then let me know. However, again, you won't be able to find much of anything that other than what I've already said to you. Very basic
Nothing
battle
jumps out at
chips.
me right now. I just want to make sure the possibility was brought out there.
Very basic battle chips. You guys know that the ones that they had on sale last time were heat shot, bubble shot. They had basic cannon, basic sword, and they had I believe they had the spread shot, which you guys have never used since buying it. So you know.
You know.
We're just too advanced for such weak things. We obviously need to get further into the game. We're too OP.
Does that mean you guys want to skip out on doing any buying? Is there anything else you guys would like to do before heading off to Scilabs?
Look, Deco, I promise I'll use it as soon as I use my ethers.
That's perfectly fine. 100%. Those things are too precious to waste. It's the final battle, but you know, it's to be ashamed
But
to
we
waste them
might
now.
Yeah. I mean, I had them for so long. I've grown attached. I named all of them.
I named all my ethers.
This one's David, this
Sometimes I
one's
wonder if
Cain,
my
this one's
dog doesn't
Abel.
wanna open
Oh
the
no, I
door
just
because
used
he's
Abel.
scared of the doors, or because he wants
It's
to-
okay. He didn't do anything with his college degree anyway.
Azure Kai just donated $10. Says to Paradox Man. Also, just saying, still waiting for Mega Rock Man. Mega Rock. Thank you, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Thank
Let's
you
go ahead
so
and hand
much.
those over. Uh-oh. I heard that. Hold on.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oof. Oof. Okay, hold on. Cyan
Uh-oh.
Gemini with the $100 donation.
Yeah.
Look, stop fighting over the money. Have more money.
God damn it!
What is going on? Stream Boss isn't updating.
Damn it! This is only exasperating our
Did you
problems.
try turning it off and back on again?
I mean, that's probably what I got to do. Let's go ahead and try that because that 100% would have murdered. I Love Anime. Where is Stream Boss? There it is. Off and on. Did it fix? There we go. It's been fixed. Whoa! Thank you very much, my dude. Thank you for the $100. That's gonna be money. Thank you for the money. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I believe that we had said every dollar is 500. So fucking Christ.
More money.
That's a lot of money.
How much money is it?
That is 50,000 zenny.
Cyan also wanted to make sure if the dice was given to Yome because the stream bugged out for him.
Yeah, I believe so. We gave 5 to you and 5 to what? I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. You donated 20 before
donated
Yome?
20
We go
before.
look. Oh right, you got the second donation. Yeah. Let me grab that. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry guys.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. But that's gonna be another 50,000. That is gonna bring them up to 280,000 money. We'll see how he gets that later. Who's to say?
He just trips on a wallet.
Like, ah!
There's no ID. It's ours now.
Bug just comes back. You guys would not believe where I've been.
Where have you been?
Casinos. Anyway.
Yo, legit, I have a story about how... Actually, no, I'll say it later.
Okay.
With all that being said, again, is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys head out? No is a fine answer.
Yome can't think of anything. This seems pretty serious.
Okay.
Nope. And no,
No
we're
is
going to
a
good shops later.
perfectly fine answer.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way out toward the station.
Frappuccino at Netbucks?
No, shut the fuck up.
No.
No one can have those. You guys make your way over here toward the station. As you guys do, it's you guys do know that this is not the station that you guys had talked about before. The station you guys had talked about before that had the little things over it. That is over at in Allen's part of the town. It's not in this in particular subway platform. As you guys get onto things, you head off towards Scilabs. I'm going to roll for something because there are random encounter tables for the subway. You guys usually don't get anything, and I'm doubting you're going to get anything this time. But maybe if I talk about it enough, it'll happen. Going to
Is that a cross? Is that a platypus cross?
Yeah.
That's so fucking cute.
Look to the other
It says
side.
bug isn't valid.
Look to the other side. Great.
Society.
16. Nope. You guys get there without any sort of problems. You guys head off towards Scilabs.
Does that mean these three over here are like Phineas Ferb and like fucking Candace now?
Yeah.
100%. Perfect. You guys make your way towards Scilabs. As you guys do, Paradox Man, this is the first time you've been here. Scilabs is a new, large, fancy place. You notice that as you look through the gate into Psi Labs, you see what appears to be a humongous Navi, seemingly walking back and forth, carrying large bits of like containers of things. Looking at the map, he definitely looks larger than he should be. If you look at the actual thing all the way back here, the actual building, he comes up to around. That's not correct. That is not a correct one. Boop. Get rid of that. Get rid of it, I said. There we go. He comes up to around double the door over here. If you look at the door right here,
I see. So it's like a.
he's around there. That's the actual size of him. As you are,
How
as
do
you
I
guys
get a,
are,
how do I get a bot that big?
you do know what kind of bot that is, though. You do know that that is what is called an industrial copy bot. It is made for navies that have a absolute crap ton of data inside of them that cannot normally fit in a regular copy bot, and it is mostly used for industrial activities such as moving large amounts of things, crushing things, shipping things of that nature. You know that there are some different uses of it, but they are somewhat new on the market. But again, the police are looking at those, as well as the I believe they were called the I don't want to look at my notes. They're the night class ones. Squeaky, is that what they're called?
The defender unit?
The defender units. That's it, not the night class units. You also do know that there is the ones that the police are mostly looking into at Psi Labs are the defender units, which are supposedly much stronger than normal copy bots.
I should probably try to ascertain one of these for research.
For purposes.
For totally
Police
legitimate
purposes.
purposes.
So Jake,
I have a warrant, you see.
Oh no.
you just got $30 more, so here's another fate card.
Oh, thank you. Oh, glorious.
You're not allowed to not have like a million of these, apparently.
No one wants us to have any inspiration. They just want us to have fate cards so we can all kill ourselves.
Who sent that?
There
Thank
are
you,
many.
whoever
There
sent
are
that.
many ways to explode yourself left inside of the fate cards. That was from I Love Anime. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Did he? There's no way that he beat out the $100.
Apparently.
I'm gonna check again because I think that Stream Boss is going crazy.
Oh
Let's reset it one more time and see what happens. No, it is still
the
him.
economy is crashing.
It is. I think that Stream Boss is going crazy.
Oh?
Oh well, I'll have a new Stream Boss. May forever he reign.
It may actually forever rain. It's okay.
With that being said, you guys make your way inside. Nothing really seems to stop you, as again, Alan is mostly able to just walk right on in with his own PET. Before, the only reason you guys had any trouble coming in was because Alan didn't have his PET, but now it seems like the gates open for him just automatically. You guys go to step in. At this point, Quakeman seems very busy. Those of you who know who Quakeman is, he seems like he is doing some work. However, you guys could potentially go and talk to him if you wish, or you guys could move right on into Psi Labs. What do you guys wish to do?
Well, Yome was told that if they wanted to meet up with them, to talk to Quakeman, so she would probably poke at Alan and say that she's going to talk to Quakeman about that.
Yeah, of course. We still don't really know where to look, so that might be the best option.
If you want to go straight to the president and your mother, I could go on ahead.
I
It
just
is
hope that
up to
there's.
you.
I know that we left pretty early. I just hope there's been enough time for them to leave that message with Quakeman. He seems really busy. He looks over toward the rest of you. As he does, he looks over at Watt in particular. Does anybody want to come with me to talk to the president or to see my mom?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He looks over. Bug Vader, you remember where that doctor's place is, right? The one that you guys helped with the flooding?
Dr. Walters?
I said Bug Vader, and he's not answering though.
Oh, because he's on mute. I'm shouting.
Ah, I see. Well, Bug Vader, I know that you don't wish to talk because you're so overcome with lust for Quake Man, but I need you to fucking talk. Well, I'm kidding.
I could just imagine Alan being like, I know, I understand, but fuck it!
That's like 20 sessions from now when he's actually done
Hold
with
up,
this
what
shit.
the fuck?
Alan Garnett
There
is
you
done
are,
with
Will.
I will.
shit.
I come back to tabletop and there's this whole paragraph over here.
Wait, what?
What?
There's a novel over here on the table.
Where?
Novel.
Oh, fuck, it's on his table. Oh, what the?
What the
With all, okay.
Anyway, so he looked over at Bug Vader and he asked, just in case you didn't hear, he was looking at Bug Vader and he was saying, Bug Vader, you know where that doctor was before, right? The one who you guys helped with the flooding?
I believe so, yeah.
I mean, if we can't find this guy the other way, maybe he would know. He looks over towards you. Do you want to make your way there?
What was that?
Do you want to make your way there?
Yeah.
He looks over at Cross.
Start heading there.
I know that you don't know much about Scilabs, Cross, since you were only here a couple of times. Who do you want to go with? Anyone?
Yes, I be best suited, really.
Where would you like to go?
Guess with Bug Vader, since he's the only one going off by himself. Well, no, actually.
Right
Both
now,
of them are
Watt and Paradox are going with Alan to see the director or his mom. Bug Vader is going to see Dr. Walters, and Yome is going to see Quake Man.
Yeah, right, because she wants to go see her owner. You know, Yome deserves some alone time in case things get incredibly intimate with her owner, and he breaks his vow spontaneously due to the stress of the situation.
Of
You're
course.
right, I
You're
should
gonna,
go
let
with
them,
you.
you're gonna let him assault me?
We all know it was.
No,
Anyway,
there's
so
a lot of questions to be asked about consent.
I'm
and
saying
what?
you assault him. But more importantly, I need to play one of these. And I'm going with Bug Vader.
okay. You'll make your way with Bug Vader. We'll see what happens with everybody in just a minute. As everyone makes their way in, Yome, you wait for Quake Man to get done with the current load that he has, while the others go by, giving a little wave to Quake Man as they go by. Cross and Bug Vader will take a separate elevator from the others, as Alan will be going with Watt and Paradox to the main part of the building. We'll get into which rooms everybody goes into in just a bit. I think we'll start things off probably with the shortest one. Yome,
Meh.
you make your way over toward Quake Man, and you do wait as Quake Man is very busy with what he's doing. You wait for about five or so minutes for him to get everything over toward the large elevator, like the cargo elevator that he has over at the thing that he usually goes down into. Again, it takes around 5 or so minutes for him to get the things he was already carrying over. He makes his way over towards you after he's done.
Yome, I'm sorry if I'm making you wait. Did you need something?
No, it's quite all right. I was just wondering if at any point, the wife of Hero Black and his daughter, have they come back from the hospital?
Hero Black,
He starts you see him close his eyes as he does. I'm gonna have him roll really quick because something he might find interesting. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Boop. He doesn't have an amazing. Nope. I was going to say he doesn't have an amazing scam, but he could, and no.
I don't see a Hero Black in our records.
He was fired today.
That doesn't make sense. I would still be able to see something. Maybe it's because they might have taken me out of some of the permissions that I have.
Have you not made up with Miss Garnet yet?
He actually looks over and just kind of looks down.
I spoke with her a couple of hours ago.
Does it seem like things have been going well?
She told me to get to work, and I did.
Well, at least she's talking to you. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
One day at a time, Quake Man. Everything will be fine. I know it.
Hmm.
And
The wife never gave me her name, did she? She never did. That's great.
was there another programmer? She went by the last name Black as well, and they had a little daughter named Betty.
You see, as you say Betty, he just kind of like look up.
Oh, Betty. I know Betty.
Mm.
I talk with her quite a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
She is the girl who unfortunately had that tragic incident recently, right?
Yes, the one with the artificial leg.
I suppose it wouldn't be really recently. I wasn't here whenever she had obtained that injury, but she's rather talkative when she's allowed to come home.
Yes, I was wondering if they had come back from the hospital. I was going to meet up with them before they had to leave.
That's odd. I know Betty, but I don't have any records of the other two.
No?
That's odd. I know I've talked to the two of them.
Do you know where they're located at the very least?
You see him like scrunch his little rock face up as he's going to try once again for a scan. I'll put 1 NPC inspiration into it.
Come on, Quackman. Come on, Quackman.
That is a 19, which is, I don't know, he might need a nat 20 to live. 13? Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of this 1 NPC inspiration that I used. Bloop. As he looks over to you.
What the? I haven't lost my permissions yet. There shouldn't be any information there shouldn't be any information that's hidden from me. I believe that somebody has deleted this information, which isn't good. I usually have, yes, I still have a lot of information on different people who have been fired. It's as if this family has never worked here.
It must be because of the cover-up.
Sometimes when I'm alone, I literally do nothing. Like I just
Do you have any memory of where they resided before they were deleted? They said they would... I'm guessing they haven't come back because they said they would talk to you if that was the case.
I remember speaking to Betty.
He like kind of rocks his head back and forth.
Oh, I know. Betty went a lot over, well, whenever she could, over to the daycare. Perhaps Shutter knows.
Right, Shutter. Yeah, he knows everything here. Yes, I'll go do that right away. Thank you so much, Quakeman.
I got a 19, you see.
All right, I'll make my way there right now.
You know that Shutter is not. You know that Shutter is not at the daycare.
That's the thing of like, stop.
Wait. He wouldn't be at the daycare. Shutter wouldn't be at the daycare. Shutter's getting ready for camping with Kane and everybody else.
He thinks to
someone-
himself.
I don't have any records of Kane leaving Scilabs today.
He hasn't?
If Shutter's not in the daycare, Kane would probably be in his room.
I will give the daycare a shot first.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? I could probably be lucky.
I don't want to go to Kane right now.
Definitely, 100%. You want to go to the daycare?
She goes to the daycare.
He's not there. You go to the daycare and the entire place is shut off because, you know, bad things happened in the daycare the other day.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the thing. That's the thing of she just like opens the door and like sees it shut down. You know, I was really hoping that it wouldn't be this, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. And okay, I guess it's time to make our way to Kane's.
You could
I can't wait till
either
it shuts the door in my fucking face.
you could either go to Kane's or you could return to Alan, who has his PET.
No, we're gonna go to Kane's.
Okay, you're gonna make your way over to
Commitment.
Kane's. You wave off to Quakeman as you run by. He goes, and you make your way inside. As you do, we'll see what's up with Bug Vader and Cross in just a second, because they're probably gonna be the longest ones.
Yep.
As Wattman, as well as Paradox Man. Let me go ahead and grab a certain scene really quick. Because you guys would be going to one of two places. I would like to know, are you guys wanting to stop by Alan's mother's office first, or would you guys like to stop by the director's office first? It is entirely up to you.
I
Well,
know
the mo-
personally I want to prolong going directly back to the dude who kicked me out again. So I would like
It's
to.
like I just left this morning, you see.
I would like
Well-
to take the detour around as well.
You wanna head to Alan's mother's laboratory?
Yep, that's my vote.
Okay.
I suppose it's as long as we get to this director eventually.
Boop. Let's go ahead and grab you guys over here. Bring you guys over here. As you guys make your way to Alan's mother's laboratory, you guys get there and you notice that as you go to knock on said door, the door isn't closed. Alan looks inside, expecting to see his mother, but nobody is in the lab.
Sir,
That's weird.
Huh?
Mom wouldn't leave the door open like this unless she was in a hurry, I guess. Maybe she was doing something with Quakeman?
well, she isn't here. At least her terminal is.
What are you thinking?
Well, what?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make sense that the future president would have access to any computer in this entire facility if he so desired it?
Yes, absolutely.
So, why don't we go check out that computer there and see if we can't find something out for him?
That sounds like a great idea. Let's go. Come on, Alan.
I know it is.
All right, but we need to make sure we're being pretty careful. Last time that Bug Vader tried messing with it, she knew immediately.
Well, the difference between whoever that one is and Watt here is that Watt actually works here. Worked here. Or is it still works here? Do you pull a double here, Watt?
If you
It's
can,
still kind of working here. Yeah.
if you can get inside, Watt, I can potentially try to work with things to find out what we need.
Yep. I'll anything for you, Mr. President. Let's go.
You don't have to call me that, what?
It's okay, Mr. President.
What?
Yeah.
You make your way
Right.
over. You make your way over to the computer, as you do. While we're going over there, we'll get to that latest donation in just a minute. I love anime, because I know exactly what it was for. But you make your way over toward the computer right now. You have an option. Would you like to try to go through the large computer or the small computer monitor?
I mean, I feel like it's probably best to start with the small one first. Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to. Let's see here. What kind of abilities do you got? You do have advanced hacking, so that's good for you. I would like you to please go ahead and with your advanced hacking, go ahead and roll me for a scan while you were trying to get into this.
Okay. Can I use the 2 inspiration I stole from Vader?
You cannot use the Vader inspiration. Those have to be used for Vader.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, so wait, I can just choose to give Vader inspiration.
You can choose to give him inspiration whenever you want with those.
Oh, amazing. All
I
right,
don't know,
I'll just
Vader. I
put
don't think you need extra rolls on your death saves.
I'll just put 2 of
like
mine.
Rommel having that much power over my character.
You
Right.
also have a fleeting inspiration currently, so you can roll 3 times with those 2 dice, or
Oh,
3
yeah,
times
let's
more.
go.
So you have 4 in total to roll.
Let's go. Roll 1. That's a 12.
Okay.
16.
Ooh, there we go.
16 again.
Last roll.
Uh-huh. And 10.
All right.
it's
So
16.
even though you have a +7, that 12 would not have worked.
Oh, man.
The 16 does. The 16, however, does work. As you attempt to get into the smaller computer, you can tell that there appears to be a ton of security in this small computer. You almost feel like you could have got into the larger computer a lot easier.
Yeah, this is like,
As soon as you get into it, however, you are able to 100% get through without making it seem like you have done much of anything. As you have done this, you notice that as soon as you get into it, there is a beeping on Alan's PET. However, you notice that on the front of the small laptop that is here, you see what appears to be a message. The message says, "You're getting good at this, Alan. Here's a little reward for you."
This
So,
would be very awkward. This would be very
I Love
awkward
Anime
if
gave
this was
$6. It says for money. So altogether, that is going to be 53,000 zenny that Alan just automatically got into his PET.
it was for hacking the computer, you see.
I mean, she's perfectly fine with it, apparently.
It just stole from her mom's bank account.
Deco, you're doing it wrong.
Oh yeah.
He's supposed to be going.
I'm Alan. Hi, I'm Alan Garnett, and I stole from my mom's purse.
As soon as that
I'm gonna
happens,
buy
he's just
V-Bucks.
like, I don't know if I like that. Almost immediately, another message seems to come over to the top of it. It seems to say right afterwards, "Now we'll see if you can get away with it. In 20 seconds, I will know." So what? What do you want to do?
Huh? I don't know. I'm just like, the rewards of the computer. I'm just gonna sit in here.
In 20 seconds, apparently his mom will know. What would you want to do?
I mean, fuck. I don't know what the fuck any of this means.
Well, we're here to look for specific bits of information, right?
All right. I mean, let's just go to scout for information before we get fucking.
Okay.
All right, so what we're
222?
looking for stuff on what's his name, Hero, right?
So you guys are perfectly fine with
Is that
her
it?
finding out.
Is
And,
that
I mean,
Navi?
I guess we'll just turn to like Alan really quick, like, hey,
One
are you
th-
okay with your mom? I said.
I will say, there's not a lot of time to ask Alan any questions. You can
Okay.
either attempt to stop her from finding out, or you cannot.
I think the stopping part is the good part.
Would you
Okay,
like to
you
try?
know what? You know what? Let's try it. Fuck
Okay.
it. You know?
If you're going to try to do that, I would like you to roll me a sync roll, please,
Okay.
to see if you
This
can
seems like a
stop
good
the
time to
stream of
fucking do
the
this.
stream of information.
It seems like a good time to do
Are you
this.
fucking?
What happened?
Are you 100% sure?
Are you about to blow all of them out on this?
God
Yes.
dang it, FOMO.
You
They can't-
invited me here. I am going to do it.
Go ahead and
You
roll.
asked for this.
How many are there? One,
A
two,
lot.
three. Can you count them?
1, 2, 3. 4,
Meanwhile, Buck.
5,
6.
6, 7.
Meanwhile, Vader.
9.
I have a bad
Okay,
feeling.
I guess leave
11,
one. Only one.
12,
Only one.
You have one.
13,
The last resort.
14, 15, 16. There are 16 dice here.
All right.
But what about this one?
Alright, 16 then?
Okay, go ahead. You can roll
16
17
total?
times. Roll a +4 17 times. See what goes
One.
on.
That's 2.
16.
I hope every one of them is at least below a 10 so that this is
That's a
justified.
12.
I mean, the first 3 are technically fails, so... Okay, there we go.
And
13. 13.
Hey, can I eat them into the hole?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, open them. Open the hole.
Begin the yeet.
Oh, jeez.
They are gone.
Mr. Allen, I have
Lindo's
100%
like,
of
I
my
expected
brain
this, worth every donation. What? As soon as you see that and it says 20 seconds until she finds out, you immediately get to work. As you do, you use them. You use every code you can remember from Scilabs until finally you are able to shut down the timer right as it gets down to 3.
Because you rolled 3 times.
As the other two watch as this happens, Alan's just like, okay, I don't know what she meant by she would know, but hopefully
It
this means she
stopped.
won't.
The good news is the countdown seems to have stopped.
Why does she
The
think
bad
that
news
only
is-
I would look into this? Bug
I
Vader
don't
looked
know.
last time. I guess let's see what she has on here.
Okay, let's get to it.
Alan gets over in front of you. As he does, he begins to move the screen over to himself and begins to type out what is there. Upon him starting to do this, Paradox Man,
Yes.
would you like to please roll me for your scan, please?
I like
And you do
scanning.
have a fleeting inspiration, so you will at least get 2 rolls at the moment.
No, I can live with the 2 rolls.
Okay. You have a +5, so that's
Initiate
pretty
scene.
okay.
8. The perfect number.
19.
19 is
That's-
pretty good.
That's pretty okay, I guess. You
I
only
guess
explode a
that's
little
fine.
bit. No.
The other half of my face is I set the turn to doofus for it. It's fine.
As you were looking around, as both Watt and Alan are doing their thing, the first thing you will notice is that over here at the other side of the room, there appears to be a large square-like area that seems to be very similar to the area outside. That seems to be a bit of a freight elevator. You can tell that this is probably to that Quake Man you keep hearing about, because you know that that is technically Alan's mother's Navi. However, as you look around this area, you note that the area over at it seems to be slightly ajar. You see that it is not seems to be flush against the ground. It seems to be slightly lowered, as if it didn't come up all the way into here. Normally, it wouldn't be a big deal for you to see something like this. However, you do notice the reason why as you look off into the corner of the room. You see something that probably shouldn't be here. You see what appears to be a piece of metal sticking in between the cracks of the elevator, as if it was stopping it from completing it, from completely solidifying itself.
So the metal is stopping the elevator from closing properly.
Mm-hmm. It seems like there is a piece of metal that is off in the corner of the room that is stopping it from closing all the way. From what you can tell looking around the room, there's not a lot of scrap metal around here. It doesn't really seem to be a lot of reason for that to be here. There's no real, you can't think of a reason for something like that to have just fallen into the corner.
What is going on in this room?
Do you want to make your way over to it?
Scrap man. Yeah.
You step down onto the freight elevator very slightly. As soon as you step down on it, you feel it lower slightly. You can tell that this elevator seems to only lock in place whenever it is fully closed. Even the weight from your copy bot seems to lower it very slightly as you step onto it.
Huh.
Upon getting over to it, you reach down and check out the small piece of metal. As you do, why don't you go ahead and where is it at? Oh, I don't seem to have it over here. We'll just use one of the placeholder ones then. Which are also not over here. We changed the room so much. All right.
Huh. So,
You find what appears to be as you get closer to the scrap metal, you see that it appears to be not really a piece of scrap metal as much as it appears to be a very worn down and bent battle chip. You see what appears to be a Cybersword battle chip.
How big is this fucking piece of metal?
It's not that big. Again, this is battle chip size. It fits in your hand.
And it was stopping the freight elevate?
Mm-hmm. You can tell that it is very warped, and appears to have some damage on it, some markings around it.
Wait, if this was stopping the elevator from moving, what happens now?
You're standing on it right now. It doesn't really seem to be closing at the moment. You actually feel like it wants to go down more than it wants to go up.
All right, so I got this warped battle chip.
At the moment, Alan is going over things on the computer. What you can tell that Alan seems to be very much, almost like eyes glazed over, like very much paying like immense amounts of attention to the screen. You guys haven't been around Alan much, but once he gets into stuff like this, it's very hard to get him to stop.
Oh, I'm excited! Look at him go!
As you're kind of watching around there, you do like look around the room and you see that Paradox Man is slowly looking like he's sinking into the floor.
Oh, Paradox! Paradox! Are
I'm
you
fine.
sinking into the...
You get closer, and you see that he seems to be standing on top of, again, like one of the freight elevators that Quakeman uses to get around the place. It seems to be slowly sinking, but like not at a rate that he couldn't like just move.
Yeah, he's just kind of still standing there. Just trying to process how this fucking tiny thing stopped this elevator. Battle chips are more durable than I thought they were. What if it's with the times?
Paradox Man,
It's always been this way.
I'd like you to really look at this thing, both you and Watt. I would like for both of you to roll me a scan, and this is a pretty high scan. I will say this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll throw 4 in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll. I don't know about you.
I mean, you kind of do most.
Nerd 20 the first fucking.
Oh hell yeah! There you go.
Oh, cool.
Well, you got
yeah.
what?
I got
Fucking-
a 9.
Hell yeah. You okay? You okay, Paradox?
Hell
Man?
yeah.
I wasted 4 rolls.
I'm sorry, I'm too distracted.
As
by seeing
you
him sink
look-
into the floor.
As you look at this battle chip, you notice that the cyber sword part to the battle chip seems to almost look like it starts to peel away, as if the sticker on it was just kind of put on there.
I peel the fucking sticker off.
You peeled the sticker
You
off?
peel the sticker off. As you do, you notice that the paint around it begins to chip as well. The paint on the battle chip seems to chip slightly.
Okay.
You scratch at it a little bit until you see... Let's move this out of the way.
Is that? Oh my god, Deco, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
The chip in your hand seems to be very warped. Again, like I had told you, very warped, very damaged. But it seems to, underneath the sticker, just have what appears to be a small reddish glow to it in the center. As well as the paint around it seems to be a bit of a purple hue instead of the normal blue from battle chips.
What?
What?
is this? Hey Jake, look, it's Darklands.
This isn't Darklands. That was just what was on there, what was already written on there.
Okay. It'd been funny though. That would've been real funny.
Who knows what this one is? You want to use it? I'm kidding.
Do I have any idea what this is?
You are a police, Navi.
Like, do any of us know what this is?
As a police Navi, I will give you one data roll.
Data.
It is up to you.
It's not Navi drugs.
You have no idea what this is. Again, you've been out of commission for a good number of years and only recently came back online.
What is it?
He's gonna step out the fucking elevator now.
You step off the elevator. As you do, the elevator seems to slightly raise and then lock into place.
Why is the box moving away?
I'm pretty sure that's Will.
Don't worry about the box. Will doing
So Will
something.
programmed a square, and it's doing
Yes.
it's doing its best right now. You leave the square
I'm
alone.
not doing anything. Okay,
Somebody's doing it.
Just
Oh
putting
no,
the-
it's leaving.
just
You know what?
someone
You know what? I'm gonna assume it's Phantom. Anyway, so
What the
So
hell
just-
is this?
Don't worry
Get back
about
here. What is this?
it. Don't worry about it. It's just something
Fuck?
we'll need. It's just a box. Just a
It's a
fuck?
box you can control with
What
the
is this?
keypad.
Oh, it's not. No. Oh, what do you?
Use your
Stop
numpad
it.
to move it.
Get out my table. Go away. Go away. I don't want you here. I'll turn the. I'll
Can you
push
guys stop chasing the laser pointer?
Meow, 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 meow.
anyway,
I can't believe I made a glorified laser pointer.
Yeah, you did.
Good job, Will.
But no, I actually coded in tabletop a box that moves like it was a video game.
Great. But yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Really?
I haven't seen it. Well, I've been 10 years dead, so have you seen something like this?
I don't know. Looks purple. We should show
very
Alan.
very purple, very purpley. You got that right. It's so purple.
I got it.
You guys wanna bring that over to Alan?
I say yes. Yeah.
You guys bring it over to Alan. You guys again just notice like his eyes just fucking emptily like moving back and forth very quickly as he's looking over information that's on the computer.
What's he looking at? What is he even looking at?
You look over his shoulder.
Information.
He seems to be scrolling down extremely quickly as he's looking over things. As you guys are seeing things, it seems to be it seems to be some sort of information on you can see the phrase mate box put in there several times.
I'm not sure what you're researching that for, but I think there's something more important here, kid.
He does not respond.
He shakes. He just like puts his hand on his shoulder and shakes. Alan,
Yeah, just like put
Yeah,
the hand on Paradox.
What? Sorry, I'm looking at something. What?
there's cheaper ways to find stuff like that besides using your mom's computer, you know.
No, this is
Anyway.
what's on my mom's computer. It looks like she was
Wow.
looking into Yome.
Huh.
Huh? What?
It looks like she was
Wow.
looking into Yome and got as much information on mate boxes and things like that as possible. There's a lot of information here that we couldn't have gotten online.
Is there any way to download the stuff off his computer?
I mean, he just kind of like looks over at you, looks down at his PET. I knew that.
I know you. Yes, I know you did. That's why I had to remind you. Also, he holds out this weird chip.
What's
You
that?
know what this is? Well,
I don't know.
who cares?
He takes the chip into his hand. Some kind of broken chip.
No, it had the paint and sticker of a cyber sword chip. Well, it was a very poorly glued sticker, clearly. It was stuck in that freight lift for Quake Man, was it? Whatever. It was stuck in there, stopping it from moving. Not sure how it even got in there, or why it's even in this place.
He looks it over and just kind of like tries to like check it out from all sides. I don't know. We could try to see. He looks at his PET, looks back to you. No, I don't want to just put any battle chip in here. I could plug it
Smart.
into the computer and see.
Get
First things
Here's-
first.
Yeah.
yeah, get stuff, then start messing with it.
Yep.
He plugs his PET into the computer and downloads all the information on the mate box that he had found. There's not a lot else I can really find here, although, I mean, there's not really anything about the cover up or anything. I don't really see why I thought it would be on her personal computer, but he puts it away and he looks to this chip. Well, I mean, let's see. You said it was a cyber sword, right? He plugs it in. As soon as he plugs it in, the screen goes black.
Okay.
He like tries to turn the screen back on.
Did Alan just plug a random chip into a company computer?
Press. Well, he just said this is his mom's personal computer.
Oh, thank God. I was like, Alan, are you so daft that you just plug this into a company computer?
Listen,
So-
Alan's smart. He's not
Wise.
infallible. Anyway.
Great.
Uh,
Now all of your mom's credit card information belongs to
God.
Japanese gold farmer.
He's trying
So
to like
that's
as
what-
he
that's
tries
what
to
bugs
tap
me.
onto it, he seems to try to get the screen to show back up. It doesn't really seem to. He takes the chip out of the computer and the screen comes back on immediately. What the
Oh.
hell?
That's weird.
Hold on. Let me see if anything's changed. He seems to very quickly perform a virus scan on the computer, and nothing really seems to come up.
Yo, Vader, looks like I got Alan's mom credit card information.
None of the med tools are picking anything up. I can see if there's any new files on there. There has to be some sort of trace of this thing. As
Maybe,
Alan
yeah.
goes over it, I'm gonna have him roll. Do. Alan's rolling for his smartness, which is a 5. I don't know where his dice is, so I'm using Yome's. 15.
Yay.
It takes him a little bit, but he does seem to eventually find a new file. It seems to be a registry for the information that was just there. As he seems to open up that part of the file, though, there's nothing here. It's just a date from when we put it in, and it says Dark Sword.
What the hell is that?
That's
That's a new element that you kids have made up.
I'm gonna have him roll really quick because he has heard dark something before. I'm gonna see if he remembers. Zap! Oh, that's actually really good. Fucking. How come you always get these?
Yeah.
Alan looks this over. Dark Sword. Wait. Before over at the movie theater, we had fought against Flick. And the one that was sending her battle chips, she said Dark Lance. That move nearly deleted Bug Vader in one shot.
Oh, wow.
Impressive.
So this is that, but sword, huh?
I guess.
Who is Flick, and where were they getting their chips from?
Flick was a Navi that had her mind taken over. Whenever we were there, well, that was the big thing that happened there that we were present for. Flick had no idea what she was doing, but we were able to update her and get her to react again. But it was a little bit too late. She had already had her data corrupted. We tried to fix her, but he puts his hand to his chin. Maybe she has some information on this? I'm sure that if there was a registry here, then there had to be a registry inside of her data, too. Maybe there was more left behind because she actually used it. Either way, I believe that voice called this a dark chip.
Dark chip. I'm guessing they aren't popular.
They seem to be
First time I
extremely
heard one.
powerful from what that Dark Lance was like. Again, it almost deleted Bug Vader in one shot.
Who would you say is the leading person that has knowledge on all kinds of chips, of all kinds of types? Would they be here in Scilabs?
As far as battle chips are concerned, the only people I can think of is maybe Higsby or, well, actually, probably Nathan.
Higsby and Nathan.
And why would this be here in the first place?
I don't
Stuck
know.
inside the
I don't
freight
think
elevator.
this was ever put inside this computer before, so I don't think it's Mom's. Maybe it was brought up from the cargo hold down below.
Which raises more questions for our
Yeah.
director.
We could ask Quakeman.
Is that one reliable?
I mean, he did almost destroy Scilabs, but other than that, he was being goaded into it, you see.
Goaded,
Aw.
not controlled like that Flick one?
See, that's the
How do
thing. yes and no. In the end, he was being controlled, but before he wasn't, and then he told them no, and then they took over him, but we got the good one out.
Okay,
It's a very
so-
big deal.
Okay. This all isn't going to be explained to me in as much detail as you can muster when we're done here.
Quakeman
Point
was outside, but we still have to talk to the director.
Exactly.
He takes the chip and just kind of pockets it. I'm not really sure what to do with this right now, but
Keep it somewhere safe.
Mom
Don't
isn't here.
put it in your-
She isn't here, and she doesn't have any information on her personal computer, meaning she didn't make any drafts for anything here. I doubt that they would have any real trails of the cover-up anyway. We should probably just go and try to talk to the director.
It should be that simple, shouldn't it? Alright. Well, I guess either one of you knows what that office is, right? I'm going to assume you've been to that office, kid.
Yeah.
Well, you two, please lead the way. We have so much to do and so little daylight to do it.
He nods as he does. Do. We'll get you guys moving off toward that area in just a second. Where did I put it? I pulled it out, and I put it somewhere. And that somewhere is not... Oh, there it is. Zip. Cool. We'll get you guys over there in just a little bit as you guys make your way out from Alan's mom's lab and over toward the director's office. I think we're going to head over to our good friends, Bug Vader and Cross. Bug Vader and Cross, how you guys doing?
Play a card death.
Play card death?
Hold on, grabbing something quick.
I want to die.
You want to die?
I want to play a card of death.
Ah, if you want to die, then you better play the card. I'm kidding.
Why did you go with Bug Vader if you want to die?
Because
I
I
went
don't.
with Bug.
He's like, why'd you go with Bug Vader if you want to die? He's like, because I don't want to die alone.
Because I want to take someone with me.
Where is... I think we used that for it, but... Well, I don't know if that's the actual one. But that's the only one we... Ah, no, this is it. Boop. It's all dark for some reason. I don't know why. I think, like, Squeaky was writing on it one time and I made it dark. Boop.
What?
Whenever you did one of your recaps, if I make the things darker, your writing can be
Oh,
seen better on it.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way down the hallway, yeah, go ahead and give me this, I guess. All right, Jake. If you're handing me one of these, go ahead and roll me a d12. Let me get the thing out.
Oh
However,
boy.
first.
Roll of the death. Roll of the death.
1 second. Net Navi. Megaman fake cards. Oh, that's not the... Yeah, there we go. All right, go ahead.
6.
6. All right. Okay. I think that yours is a little bit out of date, probably because you had left for so long, because factory reset is still in yours for some reason. So I'm going to re-roll again, even though it didn't land on factory reset. It could have landed on something else if factory reset wasn't there. So I'm gonna roll one more time, just kind of like shuffle them around. I mean, not roll. Okay. All right then. As you guys make your way into the hallway,
Yeah, right.
both Bug Vader and Cross making their way downtown, walking fast. Bug Vader, you're leading directly toward the area that was the overflooding room. As you guys make your way there, Cross,
Hello?
you notice something as you're walking in that direction. Along the windows, you can remember back whenever you were in Alan's mother's apartment area. Actually, were you ever there? You met Alan's mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there. You know that the windows of all of Scilabs are also technically screens. As you look over at the window, you see what appears to be a small program over there. As you look over at it, it seems to follow you guys, and then once you stop in particular, it stops. Bug Vader seemed to have kept going for a bit, but this program seemed to stop and look over at you. As you look at this program, it seems to be that of a bird.
Huh.
It seems to be a small little blue mechanical bird looking thing.
God damn it.
What's up, Jake?
Because I know small blue mechanical birds.
What do you mean?
Go to hell.
As you take another step, it seems to take another step with you and then stop.
Russell. Like, look at it, wave her hand, and like wave a little, see if it responds.
It seems to wave its wing at you.
Oh, hello there.
What do you want to do?
I am Cross. It is very nice to meet you, tiny bird.
It does not seem to do anything as you say that to it. It seems to just kind of stand there. And Bug Vader, you notice that Cross is no longer following you. She seems to be staring off at the window, and there seems to be a small mechanical blue bird reflected in the screen of the window.
I have not seen this before.
He kind of bows to it and moves forward.
You're like, oh, neat, bye. What do you want to do, Cross?
So she'll start following a bit. It obviously keeps following, right?
As you move forward, it moves after you. Still seeming to keep up with things. As you turn a corner where there isn't any windows, as soon as you get to a window, it seems to also be there. It appears to be following you.
Do you need something?
It does not respond. Would you like to get closer to the window?
Yeah, sure. At this point.
As you start making your way closer to the window, you see that it seems to unfurl its wings and start flying upwards. If you look at the window, like standing next to it, this thing appears to be like up here now, like as you got closer to it.
Is there a way to plug into the access these at all from here?
There are jack in ports at the end of each of the halls. Do you want to do that, or do you want to go with Bug Vader?
This bird obviously wants something from me.
It seemed to
I
fly
will
away
follow.
from you when you got close to it.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said up, I didn't realize away.
Yeah, as soon as you started going toward it, it flew up. Like it flew like almost as if it's getting out of your reach. Even though you couldn't really reach it, but you know,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
bird.
No, okay. No, I misunderstood that. At that point, yeah, I'll just keep out following Vader.
As soon as you step away, it seems to lower itself back down, and it seems to continue to follow you.
It will follow me for now.
So Jake, like not for, you know, just kind of hold on to this. Don't worry about what it's called.
I feel no fear.
It's just right. Don't worry about what it's called or anything. So you guys make your way going forward. Eventually making your way toward one of the apartments that are here. Bug Raider, you go to it. This is the apartment of Dr. Walters.
Here we go.
What would you like to do?
Go in.
You just gonna go in?
You
Oh, wait.
fucking savage! Knock on the goddamn door.
Knock on the door.
You go to knock on the door. As you do, you guys wait for a little bit of response. No one seems to respond.
I will knock.
You knock again.
Now we'll open the door.
You knock Cross before Bug Vader does anything like that. I would like you guys to roll me just a straight d20. Just straight up.
2.
2. And what'd you
The
get, Bug
door
Vader?
explodes. Violent
All
shrapnel.
right, let's see. Where's my d20?
It's right here. I'll put it on top of
I'll
Bug Vader
put it
Dev.
I'll put it in his hand.
There you go. You know, it kind of makes sense why you're such a weird and buggy program if this is your dev. Anyway,
You know, I was not gonna say something, but there's a beauty in it. There is so much beauty in this.
17,000 lines of code for every single chip.
Oh my God, Will. You and me, we need to sit down. We have things to discuss.
Yeah, it'll have to be away from.
in the
Deco
words
and
of Fomal, shut the fuck. Anyway, no.
I've
Well, that's on the words of-
already had my conversation with Deco.
Yeah, Fomal wants to kill me. Deco wants to kill me.
I'm fine with you talking about it. I'm fine with it.
I will stand beside you.
As you go to knock again, Cross, you guys are just about to open the door whenever the door does open on the other side. Let me grab that boy for you. And by that boy, I mean those boys. As the door opens, Dr. Walters seems to open the door for you. You see that inside of his room there appears to be somebody sitting on a far off table. As Dr. Walters looks at you, he gives you a quizzical look and just kind of stands with kind of like the thought of he seems to like almost raise his hands to do sign language to you, but then he recognizes you and he's like, that didn't work last time. He just kind of like looks at you like as if to basically ask what you're there for. Cross. Cross, with your advanced intelligence, you notice that he was attempting to use sign language at you. You know sign language.
So, just because I want to flex, you know, I got some brain muscles here. Cross is gonna just start sign hello at him. Because she recognized it.
As you see that he seems to stop signing almost just like as a, oh my fucking god, because he recognized Bug Vader, you immediately sign hello at him as he looks over to you. As he sees that, he seems to look at you and give a bit of a smirk, and he does sign over towards you as well. As he goes, as he seems to, this was more pleasant than last time. What can I do for you?
Hello there, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You don't have to sign to him, but you know.
Yeah, no, because he's mute, not deaf.
Exactly.
She was just doing that as like an I can understand you gesture.
Mm-hmm.
We had some questions and a favor if possible.
He looks to you. He looks over to Bug Vader, and again, recognizing him, he signs back to you. Well, I do still owe you for what you did with my apartment. What can I do for you?
We earlier today heard about the letting go of the Black family.
He looks to you. As he does, he seems to stop for a second and look back over at the man behind him, and then look back to you. It's like, you know of the Black family. He signs to you.
Yes, I was helping their daughter during recovery.
He nods. As he does seem to sign back to you. Their being let go came from above. No, it was not anything that I wished to do to them.
I understand that. But we were hoping if there was anything you could do to help them.
He puts a hand up to his chin for a second, as if thinking, and then looks back to you, as he signs to you. Why would I do something like that? If they were fired, it would be for a reason.
we and more so Alan does not think their reason for their firing was legitimate. I believe Bug Vader here was there for what actually happened, but he's looking for the president right now to have words with him. And knowing you were their direct superior, we were hoping there was anything you could do to help.
He seemed to raise his eyebrow whenever you say Alan. He then does, after he waits for you to get done with what you say, he goes, "I'm sorry, who?" with, again, signing at you.
Oh, my operator and Bug Vader's operator.
Yeah.
What's Alan's last name again?
Darn it.
Garnet.
Uh,
Oh, I thought Cross was saying that.
son of Miss Garnet?
He looks to you. As you see his eyes slightly open, as if a bit of surprise came across him. But he then goes, "Oh, that Alan." As if he doesn't really say, there's no real like thing to say Alan, so he does go like, "Oh, that boy." But you know that he's not saying that boy as in like, "Oh, that boy." It's more like, there's nothing to say Alan. It's like, "Oh, that boy." As he looks to you, that is the son of one of my superiors.
Yes, sir.
He brings his hand to his chin once again. As he's thinking about this, the man from before seems to go and step forward. As he does, he steps out and gives a bit of a smile over toward the two of you. As he does, "Excuse me, I believe I've seen the two of you before."
Yeah.
You were outside of the hospital the other day, were you not?
Yes.
He gives a nod. He smiles over towards you, Cross. "I wasn't able to talk to you directly, but I do wish to thank you for aiding in helping my client."
Which client was that in particular?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm not amazingly sure that the information should be brought out. However, you are. He looks over toward Dr. Walters. A VIP of sorts, correct?
Oh, yes, that one. Yes, he had some interaction with Betty, too. They had a rather pleasant time together.
Of course. I know this, Betty Black, correct? The Black family, they're the ones being affected by all of this. He looks over. He's just like, "Come on, Walters. I'm sure you can think of something to do for them." He seems to glare over at him like, "You're fucking putting this pressure on me right now." There's just a smile coming from the other guy. He brings his hand up to his temples. He just seems to rub them like, "Oh my fucking god."
Crusher smiles like, oh.
He steps out toward them, toward the two of you. He digs into his coat pocket. As he does, he brings out what appears to be two cards from the inside of his pocket. As he hands them out to you, he goes, "Mr. Rocker, I work in the entertainment industry."
Oh, I see. I'll accept the card. Thank you very much, sir.
He hands one to you, Bug Vader. As he does, he kind of like hesitates for a second. He's like, "No, I've seen you somewhere else."
Was it when the water was leaking?
"No, I wasn't here for that. We just had the carpet replaced." He seems to stop. As he does, he looks at you. "Must have been my imagination." He hands you the card.
Okay. He looks at the card.
Seems to say,
Puts
"Mr.
it in the crack of his helmet.
Hell yeah!" It seems to say, "Mr. Rocker." Again, he seems to work in the entertainment industry. He seems to be a producer. You also see on the card that he is the owner of the mall in the city district. You guys do remember that he was being questioned as well whenever everything was going on, probably again because of all the break-ins that were happening. But he seems to be the owner of that mall. But since he didn't introduce himself as that, he probably is more proud of the whole entertainment industry thing. as he
feel like
seems
the
to give
mall's
a bit
under
of a smile to you.
investigation right now for robberies or something right now.
Let's not talk about that. I hate that fucking bad publicity. Anyway, no. But no, he seems to smile to the two of you. As he does, he looks back to Dr. Walters. Dr. Walters seems to give a sigh as he looks back.
Now, you remember from the water flooding incident.
Yes, he is 100% recognizing you when you recognize him. As he does get him, and you will also notice, Bug Vader, his carpet seems to be a completely different color than what it was last time you were here. Because again, the entire room got flooded.
Matches the walls more.
He looks
liked that carpet.
He looks to you guys. He seems to again just let out a heavy sigh. He starts signing towards you again. Cross. I suppose I can have a talk with my superior. If this black family is as well connected as to be with my friend here, I believe they would be an asset to keep around. Although I cannot promise you anything. This was once again a decision that came from above.
Of course, sir. Any help, though, is greatly appreciated.
I will write up a document, and if I am to get any sort of information, perhaps I could send something toward Mr. Black. He looks to you, Cross. Is there any way that I can contact you? You said that your operator is the son of Dr. Garnet.
Yes.
He nods.
What would be the best way?
He says, I will contact you through her then.
Yes, that'll work perfectly.
He then, looks back to his carpet, looks back to you guys. This is, of course, the least I can do for your aid with me the other day.
Obviously, you have him to thank more than me. I wasn't around for the situation.
He looks to you, and I'm sure if you were around, again, Bug Vader can't hear this, but he's like, and I'm sure if you were around, things would have went a lot easier. He just kind of glares at Bug Vader.
Meanwhile, Vader's looking at his gun hand going, I don't think I'll ever be able to use sign language.
He's just looking down the barrel. Is there a hand in there? I'll do my best to facilitate things in the future, sir, so you don't have any complications like that.
If you need anything else, you know where to find me. If you are the Navis of my future employer, I will do just about anything to aid you if I can.
Of course, and I'm sure Alan will be very grateful for your help too.
He nods. As he does, he looks over toward Mr. Rocker. He kind of motions back inside. Rocker just puts a hand up, hold on. Goes over to each of you guys, gives you each a very respectful bow. You have to make sure that you treat people correctly. Come on, Walters, you were raised better than that. A twitch. He just walks back into his house. Just eye twitch. He's just like, our meetings are very dull. Thank you.
I also have to ask before we go, sir. I happened to run into Neon Man. He works for you technically, yes?
Yes, he is one of my clients. You ran into him. That's rather interesting.
Yes, he was at the hospital.
He
I
wasn't.
was not sure.
He actually, as you say, he's at the hospital. You actually see him bring his hand up to his chin. The hospital? He was supposed to stay away from there. We can't allow anyone to know that his operator is in the hospital.
He went there looking for him, but his operator had already checked out by the time, so.
You work at the hospital, correct? There was no cameras or anything around at the time, I hope. Everything
no,
with
it was
his
quite deserted.
everything with his what's the word, God? Everything with his release went without a hitch, I'm sure.
I was not there for the release itself, but it was very deserted at the time, so I can only assume it went well.
It was one of the reasons we chose one of the smaller hospitals. I will hope that everything went well. I'll have to have a talk with Neon Man. he was supposed to stay away from there.
I was just hoping that you'd heard from him and he'd managed to get in contact with his operator.
If he's looking for him, I'm sure he would have eventually found him. I mean, just contacting the PET should have been enough. You can do that from where you are, can you not? With your master?
I can, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't see why he had to see him in person. I'll have a chat with him, see what was going on. Thank you very much, and sorry for any inconveniences he might have caused.
No,
I'd
there
hate
was
to
no
have any
inconvenience.
paparazzi show up at the hospital.
Thankfully, no one was around and it didn't create any inconveniences. I was just hoping he'd found his operator like he'd wanted.
Try to keep this between us. Again, I'd rather not have the hospital think that anything was put into place that may or may not have caused trouble for them. Pretty please? He puts his hands together like,
Of course, sir. I'd be happy to do this favor for you.
And I'd be happy to do a favor for you as well. My contact information is on the card, by the way. Let me know if I can do anything for you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Until next
Both
time.
of you, please. Have a good day.
He gives a nod. He looks to you, Bug Vader. He kind of gives a nod and a smile to you as well, and he heads back inside.
Gives a bow and thinker jumps down here.
I believe so. We should go looking for Alan and the others now.
You know that Alan was heading up to the director's room the last time you had heard. He was either going to the director's room or his mother's lab. Bug Vader, you know where both of those are.
Now you can check out the bird you were looking at earlier.
The bird still seems to be there.
That is true. I could try connecting to the network to interact with it.
That's been listening to us the entire time.
It's just like some just sitting there watching you guys.
Just like tilt their head a little. I don't understand the problem with that. It's not like we were talking about anything terribly secretive.
I know, but it's still
I will investigate it.
it might be a spy.
You're not sure?
Another one, you say? Another one?
Another
Hi,
spy.
FBI agents.
We already have like 5 of them.
I guess we are getting really comfortable with this kind of thing, huh? That's not something I want to be comfortable about.
Delete.
Privacy tends to be something important people have to deal with, especially if Alan is a prospective president. And us by extension.
Everybody's just like, Alan, you're gonna have to be president by the time all this is done.
Yes!
By the time this is all over, like we've talked to so many people and gotten in debt with so many and told many people you have to now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The mob
absolutely.
will literally
Must. I'm
snipe
sorry.
you and delete us if we don't.
I'm sorry, you have to.
We're in
There's
deep
no
with
other
the
way.
mob. This is the
We're
only
in
way
deep
out.
with the mob, Alan. You can't.
Unless you're gonna go marry the mob's daughter. And also become president still.
You come to me today on the day of my daughter's wedding. Yes, sir. I came because I'm in it. Likely story. Pumping full of lead. Anyway,
I'm in it. So you're the bastard my daughter is marrying.
Oh fuck. No. I guess. Oh, so you're
No, I'm
not
the best,
What's
best
that?
man, yeah. I'm the best man.
I'm the best man. Well, we'll have something to say to that.
No, you can't back up this. You buy the ring. You buy my daughter. You're part of our family.
You
and
buy
now
my
you
daughter.
You buy my daughter?
That's fucked up. Thought we were out of those ages.
By the
Not
way,
yet.
I had
Not
to
in
go
this
and
family.
I had to go and collect it because again, fake cards are fake cards. But I do have now a little image of said bird.
I kind of want to make a character
Way.
like that. You buy the ring. You buy my daughter. You're wealthy, and I want that in a band.
You're wealthy, and I want that. What the fuck?
But you wouldn't want that in the family, especially if you were a vicious crime lord.
You're a man of resources, I see.
You're a man of many visas.
This is the birdo watching you.
Little rat bastard, I swear to God, I'll rip it apart. This is line by line of code.
Look at that little birdie.
Oh, it's cute.
It's a bird bot. It's a little Megaman bird.
Little Megaman.
It's the
Oh,
Mega
it
Man
is
bird.
that bird.
All right, later, Lindo.
Later, Lindo.
Speaking of which, while we have a bit of a lull, I believe an hour ago, Cyan gave $10. Says, "Here, FOMO, you deserve this."
Thank
deserve
you.
it for
FOMO,
the
you
Hail
have
Mary.
things back.
Oh wow, I own things again.
There you go.
Oh man.
Immediately play
I
them all
thought
on your
you
next roll.
said later window, like you're saying bye to the bird, and you're
no.
all in.
Lindo said he was
Never
leaving,
say
so I said
that.
later.
Yeah.
By the way, I gotta ask something.
Look at that birdo.
How
What's up?
many here actually played the Mega Man games besides me and Deco?
Yo, I played the shit out of them.
The closest I ever played to
Okay,
Mega
so
Man
that's
is 20XX.
3.
Do you guys want to do anything with the bird, or do you guys want to go find Alan?
I'll go take care of the burb. Stalking me. This
You
needs
make
to
your
be
way over to the
resolved.
bird. It flies up.
I'm gonna go plug into the network.
Okay. Bug Vader, do you want to plug into the network as well, or do you want to wait here?
Or do you want to leave her while she's plugged into
He's
the network?
going to- I don't know if it's a good idea to go into the network right now.
Why would that be a problem?
That might be an innocent bird, or it might be someone staking out to see if they can hack into
It
the
could be an
network.
innocent bird or an innocent assassin.
Do you have any other solutions on how to deal with it?
The stairs.
It followed us all the way here.
Fine.
I mean,
Keeping an eye out, though.
of course. I'll plug in.
All right. You go ahead and get yourself into the network. Are you staying outside the network, or are you going into the network, Bug Vader?
I'll stay outside the network to see if I can notice the bird.
Okay. As you plug in, Cross, you find yourself into the screen network currently. You can get to the greater Scilab network from here, but you just seem to plug directly into the network here. One moment as I grab this, because this replaces where you were standing. Boop. As the Vanity Bot just kind of stands there being plugged in. Cross, you are now in the window network. In the little
But there are
screen.
regular copy bots that we got.
Oh yeah, they probably are. My bad.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
No, they brought us luxury ones. The fancy ones.
No, they didn't.
Thought that was the...
They're
That was a weird one.
customized for you, but not.
Yeah,
live.
We picked
You
you up in a
have-
vanity, but we got
Mhm.
regular ones.
They
from
got you guys got the one like basically on the same level as what Miss Toki has.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was confused. You said customized, and I mistook that for vanity.
Yeah. Copy bot.
What, you think I just gift you a dick?
As you are
Yeah,
inside,
damn straight.
as you are inside of the network, again, Burb is now like flying above you, like for real, flying above you. It's like, oh shit.
Cross is just gonna try and scan it.
Go ahead and roll me for your scan. Are you using Sense Vitals or are you not?
Let's sense vital.
Okay. We'll use your second Sense Vitals for the day.
And then that fleeting inspiration. Wow, I rolled
5 and
terribly.
1. As you look up at
10.
this, from what you can tell, it does not seem to be a virus. So that's
Alright.
something. It is definitely a program. You can't ascertain its function, but you can tell in this tiny little bird there is a ton of data. Like, more than you would expect a small program like this to have.
Hello there, small bird. Would you please come down here?
Roll me Link. See if it gives a fuck.
No.
It doesn't give a fuck. As I know. It just flies above you.
Is there something I can do for you since you are following me? Do you want me to follow you somewhere?
Flies above you. Give me one more Link. To see if it even attempts to talk at you.
God damn it!
Nope. It just floats above you like, hey, fuck you, I'm a bird.
Drops a shit on Cross. Man, I'm glad I'm wearing white armor.
It's like, fuck you, I'm a bird. What do you want?
Seeing how it's a program, can I try to access it?
It does not seem to be connected to any of the systems here, and as such, you cannot use the systems here to do anything to it.
Okay.
It's this. From what you can tell, this is not a Scilab program.
Should not be. Good to know.
Probably should not be here.
At the worst place, I'll tell Scilabs they have a breach and just swat the shit out of it.
Just come up with like a little fucking fly swatter man. Eh.
Oh no, I meant call the police.
Ah, they wouldn't call the
Swat it.
police.
Of course. Call the police. They'll just fire someone else and say it was their fault.
It's just that meme of them shooting something. I can't believe Mr. Black did this.
Society.
Well, if you are ever ready to talk or communicate with me, other than just follow me around, I will be ready. We'll disconnect.
As you say that to it, I'm gonna roll something really quick as you're about to disconnect. Da, 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 da. Probably won't, but hey, I could roll high.
We
Nope.
can all dream.
It listens, I guess, and you go to leave. As you leave it, it seems to float down. You are now back in your copy bot.
Vader? Vader's dead.
Yeah, what do you want? I'm Bug. I'm kidding.
This is the worst thing. I can't.
At that point, I
believe
was just gonna be like, blah, here's what it is. Let's go to Alan.
Okay. You guys will start making your way up these stairs, heading up toward Alan. Yome.
Meh.
You begin to make your way through the Scilabs building. As you're doing this, I would like you to roll me for just roll me a straight d20. Just a straight d20. Just
straight
see how
D20.
things go. You can put
Straight
things into it
D20.
if you want, but just roll me a straight d20.
Can you pull out an inspiration for me, please?
I'll pull out one inspiration for you.
Thank you.
I don't believe you have fleeting.
7? No.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't get fleeting. I only got fleeting that one time. I got a 6 for both.
A 7 and a 6.
Yeah.
I could still roll under you, I guess. Boop. Oh my god! I did!
Yay!
Oh, by the way, you got a fleeting inspiration from Cyan. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you, Zion. Here, Yome, now it's twice.
So I would say that technically I haven't announced this ending, so you could roll again if you want. I wouldn't.
I'll save it. I'll save it for the next one. I already beat this one.
You don't make it all the way to Klein's or to Kane's room for some reason. It's something else happens on the way there.
Oh.
As you begin making your way through the hallways, heading over toward Kane's room, you know that you have to switch elevators at some point to get all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
As you are doing so, again, it's pretty busy in here. People are still like doing the cover up thing. As you are walking by,
Ow, my knee.
you slam your knee. It fucking hurts. I'm kidding.
Aw, this is tragic.
Ah!
As you are making your way through, you hear Yome. Bing. You had passed a group of people before, and one of them seemed to have stopped and looked back towards you.
Do I recognize this person right away?
As you had stopped and actually looked back at him, he seems to look at you and then whoop, he just starts keeping walking. He's like, "Oh, never mind. Sorry, my bad." I'm kidding. You see that a man with a box in his hands is walking away from you toward the elevator.
Wait!
You get to him. He rolled a 2, so the elevator isn't here yet. You catch up to him. As you do, you see this man kind of look back at you, look to the elevator. Sorry, you just reminded me of someone else, and I mean,
No, my name is Yome. Do you know me?
What a coincidence.
You work here, right?
No, I don't.
Do you know anybody from here? I am looking for someone right now. Someone who was fired today.
I mean, a few people were, but he kind of holds up the box. You have one right here.
I am looking for Hero Black.
That's what do you need him for?
I'm looking for him because I wanted to see if he was okay. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Do you know if his wife and his daughter have come back? I would really like to see him.
Does this person look reminiscent of anything to me?
What do you mean? This guy's super handsome.
You're right.
It's just some dude. What are you gonna use? You're gonna profile some dude?
Unless he looks different. He used to look... he was losing weight, but he was still slightly overweight. His hair was a little bit messy, and he had glasses.
He's looking away as you're saying this.
Something wrong?
Doesn't ring a bell. Wow, this elevator's taking a long time, huh?
His wife used to have a Navi named Gabriel.
How would you know that?
Because I talked to her, and she talked to me. Because I belong to Hero Black.
But there's no way that's true. You're... He looks at you. What do you want?
Exactly that. I used to belong to Hero Black. And I heard that he was in trouble because he got fired today. And I wanted to help him.
There's only so much you can do by fishing up old names. You don't... I mean... You got the look down, I guess, but... It's not like she would have grown older. You need to put a little bit more research into what to do if you look into someone's past. She wasn't even real. Even if she was to me.
I can make myself. Wait, what?
He like backs away like,
Backs away to what? The fucking closed door.
Yeah, he like just, it's like up against like the elevator. There we go.
That last thing you said.
Yeah, I'm Hero Black. What?
You look so different.
Different. I mean,
you lost so much weight and you fixed your hair and you've changed so much in 8 years.
act like that and I might actually believe what you're saying.
No, you looked so different before I fell out the window. Before I was thrown out.
He's like looking at you and he's like looking away and then looking back. He seems to be like contemplating but like not sure what to say.
The mate box. It was thrown out by a woman with black hair.
Only 2 people know about that. One is
I'm
my
the one
wife,
that was
and one's the one that threw it out.
Okay, so the one that was in the box that got thrown out the window doesn't count?
She wasn't...
Han?
I will say, Yome, just to potentially help you out with this, programs can't get inside of copybots. Only net navies can.
That's right. I used to be a program. But I'm a net navi now. I was recovered. Like Gabriel.
He like scratches like the side, like the he just kind of like scratches his head a bit, like you say you're in a
I'm a navi in a copybot right now.
Why do you look so... I mean, I guess...
You should remember most of all, this is my default setting.
He's like, he looks away like, I don't really remember your defaults. I'm kidding.
This is my default setting before you made me petite and young looking.
Maybe you shouldn't say those things out loud.
Well, if it helps you stop beating around the bush, I'll divulge more information if it proves who I am.
He looks around, doesn't really see anybody else at the elevator right now. Seems to, like, sigh a bit in relief. So you're saying you're...
excited.
I mean... I'm sorry. He looks at you. This is just a lot to believe.
I guess.
I'm not in the greatest mood today either. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I understand. I'm
just like backs away slightly.
I am sorry. I've just been looking for you. Knowing now that you do not have a Navi of your own because your family was so dependent on Scilabs. And I know why you've been fired. The real reason why. My current operator. We want to find a way to help you. And if you need a Navi, I'm willing to be your Navi if you want me back. But if this is probably too much for you right now.
Miss.
So
If you're going to be taking that form, you should know, I mean, what exactly that's all about. I shouldn't take you back home. I mean, I wouldn't want my wife to know of all the lewd things we did together.
you never did anything to me, Han. You cried when you tried to.
You didn't have to go that far.
How else do
You
I
actually
prove it's
you
really...
actually see what appears to be a bit of a smile forming from that, even though you just told him about him crying.
You cried when you tried.
As he seems to smile, you actually see what appears to be, again, as you say you cried, what appears to be slight water, wet marks appearing at the sides of his eyes. The only one who would know that would be Yome. Is that right?
Right. Like I told you, I am Yome.
He looks at you for a second. He seems
I can-
to step forward slightly, and then he seems to drop the box he's holding. As he does,
He just watches the box fall.
as he does, you watch the box fall. He takes a single big step towards you and seems to immediately give you a throw into a big hug.
Huh?
Yome!
Uh,
Whenever I saw you walking down the hall, I instinctively said it, and I suppose if you were trying to trick me, you wouldn't have just passed me by. I'm so sorry. I needed to know if it was... We've had a lot of... I mean...
a lot has happened in 8 years. But, now that I've found you, we need to find my operator. My current operator.
Your operator. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing he's the one who, well, he, brings himself away from you, from the copy bot. I'm guessing he's the one who, did this?
Yes.
He just seems to be smiling at you. I just don't know what to say. Today was really hectic, but I think I would have given up 3 Scilab jobs to see you again.
Well, now is not the time to reminisce too much.
Right.
We need to find my operator, Alan.
Alan. Where would
Alan
he be?
Garnet.
Garnet? He kind of looks away slightly. He looks down at the box that's on the ground. You see what appears to be a letter inside of it.
Is something wrong? He went to go look for his mother and the president.
1 second. He leans down and he pulls out that letter on the ground. As he does, it seems to be addressed to him. It's not like in an envelope or anything. It seems to be like putting with the, it's like folded up and like has like the Scilab signature on it, like it's stationary. As he does, he seems to unfold it, and it seems to be signed. Miss Garnet. I just got this today, so I'm not sure there's much your operator can do.
I know he can do something. He might be the future president of Scilabs. We can figure something out. I know we can.
That's kind of a lot of praise you're throwing at this kid.
No, you don't understand. No, you really don't understand.
All right, let's go find your operator then. I'm not in a big hurry to make my way back to the apartment anyway.
Yeah.
That's not one of yours. That's a nice dress.
Yes, it is an actual dress. It doesn't compare to all the outfits you bought me, but
I've never really been that into the copybots. My wife developed a small program for them that seems to be one of the things listed in this letter, but it looks good on you. You look as if you look as if time has actually passed and you've grown up into a fine young lady.
I always looked like this.
You'll always be my little Yome. Sorry.
Is fucking Kristen? Is that fucking Eisen? No, it's not Eisen.
He pushes his hair back and he just grows butterfly wings.
Damn it, I knew Bleach wouldn't end that way. The secret ending all along.
God damn it. Now that I look at him, though, he does look like Eisen, but that's not the intention.
He goes and picks up his box. If your operator's around, he's probably in the upper apartments or off at one of the laboratories, right?
I can try to ping him.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, ping!
He goes to open the door. Ah, God! Hold on. My arm is vibrating.
Ping, 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 ping!
Yome?
I found him!
Kane?
No!
Or Quakeman? Sorry, I wouldn't have known about the Kane thing.
No, my owner. Where are you right now?
We're actually about to go talk to the director.
Should I... did you not find your mother?
Her lab was empty, but we found some things, but we'll talk about that later. It looks like the director's in.
Should we meet you at the director's?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. We can wait here and see if anyone else shows up. Which, you know, I don't know other people might show up, but who knows? Maybe they'll show up, you know? Anyway, I'm not nervous at all. What are you talking about? You should get up here, Yome. Bye.
Oh no, he's hot.
He sounded stressed out.
He always does. But he is really good. We'll be meeting him up at the director's place. It doesn't seem like he could find his mother. So we will go to the source.
The elevator opens up. It is the down elevator. It has finally got here. He sighs, presses the up button.
Sorry about everything again.
These things are so slow.
Do you have any way to make contact with your wife? We had met them at the hospital, when Betty was getting discharged.
You have.
Mhm.
Again, I'm not in a big rush to make it back to the apartment. Maybe we should do this first. Who knows? Maybe I'll have good news to give her. As you guys wait on the up elevator, eventually. Voop. Voop. Bird. As you guys wait outside of the hallway to the director's place, you see that eventually Cross and Bug Vader make their way there, as well as along the walls a bird flying after them. Just a program that's there, just hanging out, chilling out in the frickin' window screens.
Just in the window, just chilling out, you know?
It's just a bird. This is whatever.
Just a bird.
He's living his best life.
Paradox just like leaning up against the wall, tapping his foot impatiently.
Da, I am living my best life. Do not worry about the spy. I am not spying for anyone you hate.
I am not spy today. It is fine.
Today
I do not spy. Today I fly across
Today I fly.
Tomorrow I steal your credit card information.
Today I pretty good.
Please.
Tomorrow
Kill me.
I worst nightmare.
Kill me.
Today I fly sky with wind pass me by.
As you guys get there, Alan explains
Russian
that Yome is about to be here and that she's on her way. As he's saying this, eventually, step, coming from the other end of the hall, what appears to be Yome and some dude.
Whoa, some dude.
As Yome makes her way there, this man following after her, they seem to be in a bit of a light-spirited conversation, as the two of them seem to be slightly smiling.
Bug Vader will go in front of him. Hey, you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yome, you
Oh,
see
yeah.
Bug Vader walk out in front of the two of you.
Bug Vader?
Is that your bird?
What?
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 The bird.
Yeah,
What bird?
that bird.
There's a bird just flying over behind Cross in the screen.
I don't know that bird.
I don't have a bird.
You should.
Yeah, what's with that? Yeah, what's with that
Also,
bird?
who are you?
Bug Vader, this is my owner, Hero Black.
Ah, you're Betty's father?
Walk.
Am I the only one
Bird,
that
bird,
thinks
bird.
he looks like a hotter Alan?
You don't have to say it out loud, Bug Vader. I'm kidding.
Actually say that.
You don't have to say it out loud, Bug. I'm kidding.
I need to know if Bug actually said that.
Well, it's
Or those
it's
actual
decide-
words that came out of his fucking
Well,
mouth.
it's
Bug
decide
definitely said that.
Oh.
God.
Mr. President?
I'm gonna roll for somebody
would
really
you
quick. You
say
know,
that?
whatever.
Oh god.
Okay, good. He just don't worry about it. I rolled for a stress roll for Alan for that, and he just fucking
nat
nat 20.
20.
He's fine. He's just like, oh yeah, I guess he kind of does. Anyway,
Alan is invincible.
I could be hot, you know? You don't never know.
Wait, Dad, is that you?
Oh God.
Am I adopted?
as you say this, and Hero looks back beyond, he seems to give a smile and walk around you toward Alan. You must be Mr. Garnet. Yeah. Hello. It's like Hero like goes for like a handshake, but Alan like bows and he's like, "Oh fuck." Right. Yeah. Here. He reaches out and grabs hand. I hear you're trying to help me out. I don't know if there's anything you can do, but I really do appreciate the sentiment. It's maybe a little our fault that this is happening anyway. So, I want to help out as much as I can. He gives a smile. He just kind of like looks back toward Yome, looks over toward Alan. Interesting.
Hmm?
Shall we head inside? Yeah, he seems to have been talking to somebody for a bit, but I couldn't really get anything out of it. Should we knock? He looks over at Waddy as he says that. Okay. Goes over to the door and gives a knock. As he does... Where is he at?
Bring the man.
There he is. Bloop.
What I like about Bug is I get to do my out-of-character quips in character.
That is an advantage.
Yeah.
And... There he is. Bing. Bing.
So what? How was your trip with the president?
And finally...
What?
How was your trip with the president?
I really enjoyed it.
Where
You looked at the
is...
computer for a very long time.
Oh, I know where it is. Boop, 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 boop. Bing.
There they all are.
Cyan and Big John decided to have the same mind for a second.
You guys come in as there is a come on in from inside as Alan steps in to a bunch of people turned over toward him. Kane and Shutter are in the room, as well as Alan's mother and the president.
Okay. Quick tip, you hate that guy.
Quick tip: that's one of them. One of these guys you don't like.
Why are they saying that to the
Fuck him.
current president's kid? What? That's weird. Also, by the way, the bird is now on this glass.
Dude, what the hell? Is the glass a TV screen? Why is that?
Every bit of the glass in this place are screens. It's been on all the windows so far too.
The future, we're living in it.
What's up, Will? Did Will explode?
Vader just asked if that was your
Am I
bird.
exploding?
He was exploding. What happened?
Is everything good?
No?
Okay, good.
The fuck just happened?
Vader skipped out for a bit from me, but it might have just been me skipping out. So what was that?
I just said, is that your bird?
Who are you talking to?
The president.
Yes. Just say that.
As the president just kind of like looks over, it's just like, Alan, welcome. Come on in. Are you all busy? He looks over toward his mom. His mom seems to be very calm. She has her eyes closed. She seems to be drinking some coffee. Kane looks very uncomfortable, and Shutter just seems to smile over at Yome.
Wave.
Hey girl,
Wave.
how you doing?
Okay, so
The president seems to motion toward the couch. As he does, Alan looks at the couch, sees Kane. No, I'll stand.
I will stand over here, away from him.
Next to this class, hybrid.
As this is-
no, I am looking like Alan is not coincidence. It's weird.
I suppose that what we're talking about seems to be done, Dad. I believe if you're going to be going on that little trip of yours, I will allow you to take Shutter with you this time. Hear that, Alan? I got permission to bring Shutter with us today. It's going to be so fun. Alan just looks at him. Yeah, I'm kind of doing something right now, so I don't have time for you.
Yay, Shutter is coming.
Fucking slam.
Fucking
Kane and
doesn't
Alan
really-
just stare at each other for a second, both of them just kind of giving a glare as he just looks over. Well. Fine. Let's make our way out of here then. It seems you're really busy. Don't rush so much getting there, Alan. Better keep your pants on this time.
Don't worry, if he loses them, we know where to find them.
He looks over towards you, Yome, as you say that. He seems to look at you with a bit of a sneer. And who was asking you? As he
Are we
says
still
that,
good for?
Black seems to look over. Excuse me, you probably shouldn't talk like that to a lady.
Oh no, one of those guys.
Got another one, huh?
Uh,
Steps through you guys. As he does, Shutter looks over towards you, Yome. I hope we'll have fun over at the campout today.
Are we still good for Thursday?
Everything should be fine. I called ahead today, actually. They apologize for having everything a bit of a confusion. Until
Good
then.
to know. Until then.
He looks over at Mr. Black as Black's just like looking between the two of you. He seems to smile and walk through. Black looks over to you. Is it me or does that guy kind of look like your operator?
Don't ask.
Anyway,
I'll explain.
the two of them leave.
What?
What?
So there is some tea between Yome and that tentacle Ellen. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Tentacle
Remember those
Alan.
faces.
Just real quick,
Would you like me to keep eye on them?
Not right. Well, always good, but
Is that the president?
I
No.
love how like Watt is literally just having a conversation with Bug Vader while Vader's mouth isn't moving and just Bug's voice is coming out.
oh, Vader looks really uncomfortable with this.
Man, what a weird guy.
Makes it even
Why are
better.
you talking to the voices in my head?
Literally.
Well, I guess there's no reason to not now. Alan goes over and sits down. Does anybody go and sit down?
He stands behind the couch.
So you
I, I would never. I am keeping
Cross is gonna sit down?
your word. I would never.
Sitting down is nice.
Anybody else sitting down?
Is that your bird?
He looks over. No, I don't have any birds.
Okay.
Vader's just like trying to avoid the conversation about the tea.
Flap,
so
flap, flap, flap,
badly.
flap. You guys can see that the bird is no longer on the glass behind, and you can see every now and then like a shadowy flap through the blinds. It is again just following directly. It is just following
Okay,
directly at Cross.
Okay,
Oh.
that's creepy.
We'll deal with it later.
Everybody's standing, I'm guessing.
Yome will stand beside Hero. Yes.
Okay. As you guys stand there and get a little bit closer, Alan looks over toward the president and toward him and toward his mom. His mom seems to smile, walk over toward him, and go and sit down beside Cross, as she seems to just look over at him. I'm glad you've learned to stick up for yourself, Alan. That was really hilarious to see. As Alan just looks over, Mom, I'm actually not here to be nice. He looks back over toward her and then looks back over toward Abel. First off, sir, why did you send me so many copy bots and another Navi?
Like, I
You
like
sound so distressed.
I'm being talked about.
I like to think that Watt Paradox Man and Vader were standing in the badass bodyguard pose, and then that happens. Hello.
Well, Alan, the copy bots were from me. I did promise you guys a little reward for everything that happened, didn't I?
He did.
And I believe that I don't really use Watt to their full potential, especially after Quakeman has joined. So I decided to send him over your way. That's a bit of a, well, head start on my
Presidency.
He looks back at Watt, looks back at Abel. No, of course you have your own say in the matter, Alan. It's like looking over at Watt, like winking.
Why is he winking at me? I don't get it.
Sir, is your eye alright?
I'm just following orders, sir.
Sir, do you need more
As
electrolytes?
he slowly puts the gun back in the drawer.
Sir, do you need more electrolytes? Takes out the bottle from the hospital.
Sir, do you need more electrolytes?
I have got electrolytes from your tree.
Abel just seems to. I think I had already said that I'm not sure if I'm going to be taking the internship. This seems really forward. I want my own thoughts on this. Miss Garnet looks over at him. As we've discussed, I can't believe you would have done this. He looks over at his mom. She just looks away. I can't believe you did this to him. Only you.
How could you?
How could
Only
you?
What
I
a
like-
hell.
I like a nose, but I
Do
can
us a
smell the
favor,
hypocrisy
Peter.
in this room.
Next time you get a human body, get a collar so we can like adjust it during these awkward conversations.
That being said, as if to contradict what I was just mad about, as someone apparently being groomed to be the next president, why did you guys fire this man? Motions back toward Dr. Black as he's just like kind of like it's like I'm here.
Oh no,
holding his
now
box.
I'm the subject.
He's like
Holding his
I'm
box.
here. That's the conversation is me now. Anyway,
Pay close attention, Watt. Maybe record some of this conversation too, because we might be able to use it later.
What?
If you pay close enough attention, you'll observe the heat death of the universe.
Okay.
I'll teach you about blackmail later.
well, he created a program that posed a threat to security, obviously.
No, he didn't.
He just kind of like looks at her. Well, I mean, it was somewhat. There was some problems with it. And there were some, well, security issues with the coding. It was a prototype. Dr. Black says out loud, just kind of like looking down. I made sure to say that in the notes. It was a prototype that I had not planned to put anywhere. It wasn't finished. Not to mention, Mom, we know what the security problem was.
Did he just call her mom?
No, Alan's talking.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, damn, did his
We
balls
did-
suddenly drop?
Listen, I can only have so much drink, alright? I talk for 4 hours. You guys talk for maybe 20 minutes at a time. Shut the fuck up. I'm kidding.
I was talking about 8 today.
Listen, Alan can only take so much shit in the day. He has to drop his voice acting.
Let me take a drink of my NOS, because apparently I'm ruining your immersion.
Bitch, you need more electrolytes.
I don't think there's any electrolytes in this. Let me look. No, there is taurine, caffeine, inositol, whatever that fucking is, vitamin
sure
B8,
that's
What the fuck?
That sounds fake.
guarana, and vitamin B12.
Isn't Garana our boss fight in the new Jedi game?
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. Here I go, Alan. I'm kidding.
Oh god, he's become a magical girl. We have to put him down.
He's
Also-
reversing, quick.
Also, Mom, we know what did the security problems. Mr. Black looks at them with a bit of a raised eyebrow. I'll be frank with you, Dr. Black. Your part of Scilabs is not providing a ton of extra benefit to us. And while there is security risks involved in your program, we may have overstated them slightly.
Overstated them?
Yes.
You mean lied. Exaggerated. And used
Excuse
it
me,
to
who are
get a
you?
Hi. Oh, how rude of me. I'm Paradox.
Officer Paradox.
He's a
Officer.
policeman.
I've been sent to watch over little Alan here and any troubles he gets into.
You're the one they sent. I'll have you know that they did mention they were sending somebody toward him. What are you doing following around this close? Are you actually that... Are you really trying to be that observant to him? My
Yes.
son has rights, you know.
Yes, he did.
That isn't the problem right now, Mom. Let's not change the subject. Alan, there is nothing in here, nothing we're talking about right now, more important than your rights.
And your right to own this company.
And your right to own this company. I'm kidding.
If you're saying you overstated the problems in my program,
He looks over at Paradox.
I can only assume you're willing to understand the consequences of that.
Mm,
What do you want, Mr. Black?
What do I want?
What do you want? We'll send it to you.
You're trying to buy me out?
Name your price.
I'm sorry, but I'm actually pretty well off.
He's right, he is.
You underestimate me, Mr. Black. I know what you've recently had expenditures for. I am very thorough with my investigations before I choose my people that are around me. You may be well off, but that doesn't mean that you are going to be in the near future, especially after that big expense you just had.
And I suppose that means you'll be pretty well off whenever I go to the police with this.
Do what you will.
What?
If you're expecting that one to help you, she points over toward Paradox. I've already been told of his functions, and I've already made deals with the ones who sent him. He's to watch my son, but most of the information that goes through him does have to go through me. And while he is here and my son is present, this information is considered classified. Don't you think, Paradox Man? This has to do with my son, after all. That was the agreement with your boss.
I wasn't aware of these agreements.
If you wish to go ask them yourself, you can. In order to have 24/7 surveillance of my son, don't you think I would have had some stipulations myself?
I suppose that would make sense.
That's unjust.
Dr. Black looks down at her. You chose the wrong person to come and talk to me with, Dr. Black. Using my son against me is your downfall.
Mom, that's enough. I was coming here before I even knew he was here.
this is the cover-up, then I don't want it. I'll go to the police right now and say what actually happened. Everything about what happened at Scilabs. I'll leave out Quakeman. You can't be serious, Alan. He looks over to Yomei and Bug Vader. As he does, he then turns to Cross. Yomei and Bug Vader would be able to easily verify the information. Right, guys?
Yes, and see them having any agreements that they can't speak of what happened.
That would get your little friend Shutter in trouble, too. Would it not? You may want to keep people out of the talk, but I would not. Is this really happening, Mom? You sound like you're trying to put yourself over me now. Like you were everybody else. I thought it was for me. I'm counting all this as Alan's nat 20 earlier, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
His dick is rigid right now. Nothing can stop him.
But only halfway because he is young.
You don't know, Fomal. You don't know.
God
Let's
damn.
fly away. This isn't even funny. This is scary.
The president's just watching like, yes. I'm kidding now.
This
Yes,
was his master
exert your
plan.
power over your mother as the true president.
I'm proud of you for assuming your role of president already by exerting yourself over your mother, but I'm not proud by the fact that you're going to have a criminal record. What? Do something! I'm kidding.
What? Make him be the president.
As what? Like, I got it. Fuses Alan and Alan's mom together.
What if he's kind of watching this like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit?
Everyone, let's calm down a moment.
Pong game.
Let's not get too hasty with everything. We can easily settle this without any problems.
You can fix it.
Yomei points at him.
You can fix it. You're the director.
Yes, of course I can fix it. I can. We don't have to worry about anything. Dr. Black, of course, if we have done something in error. If you wish, we will be able to reinstate you. No problems at all. And what, find another scapegoat? Hiro looks over towards you, Yomei. Since you were the one that brought up, like, you can fix it. I don't think that's fair to anybody who comes after me. You're just going to choose another doctor to get rid of, right?
What department did you work for exactly, Mr. Black? What was it?
I created programs with my wife, cosmetic things mostly. They were, well, before I joined Scilabs, they were very influential and very popular. I was recently developing, and by me I mean my wife, was recently developing a simple color change program for cyber dogs, allowing them to potentially mimic several different breeds and be a very, well, popular thing, I believe, among homeowners.
It could work for people who want dogs but are allergic.
Cyber dogs are very influential. They
And
need some more care, I believe, than you net navis do. They don't have full sentience like I believe most of you do.
it's a problem with pets. So high maintenance.
If not me, then who? I can't come back knowing someone else will be fired. The director seems to like look very uncomfortable and like looking away like
Does someone have to be fired over it?
Was someone fired for the Quakeman incident that I keep hearing about?
points to him.
This is the Quakeman incident.
Oh, I thought it was a different
Points to
incident.
Hero.
Look, I'm a little, I'm still.
No, that's
new
fine.
here.
That's perfectly fine. You just now came into these games, man.
Uh-huh.
The future's
So-
amazing, dude.
If someone doesn't take the fall, then the investigation's going to continue.
You clearly already have connections with the police. What investigation if you don't want one?
It might be a good thing if the investigation continues.
That too. Just because it's a good thing doesn't mean it will happen, though, Vader.
If they look too much into that explosion, they're going to tie things to Alan. And Alan didn't do anything.
Why do you think I'm here?
But that's
You
the
really
thing.
expect me to trust you, officer?
I don't expect a single thing from you.
This is my son's future I'm talking about.
Excuse me, Mr. President?
You see Alan look back because you've been calling him president, but he doesn't say anything. You see Abel look over to you, but doesn't say anything because he wants Alan to be the president.
I can just imagine Abel's like, Abel doesn't want to say anything because what if Alan answers and he's like, yes.
They both look at it. They both look at what? Who are you looking at when you say that?
It's kind of Mr. Allen, Mr. Other President.
Mr. Both Presidents?
Alan president.
Oh, what is it? What is it, Watman?
I don't understand why we have all agreed that this is something involving Mr. Allen's future, right? It would only make sense, especially as a future president, for him to have a major role in deciding this. Would you not agree? It would be an excellent beginning of leadership.
A smile goes across Abel's lips as he goes and sits down. You heard what, Alan? Potentially, this could be overlooked by a ruling. It wouldn't make a lot of sense if I were to attempt to rehire you, Dr. Black. I am the one who approved your unfortunate and very unjust firing. Miss Garnet here obviously has her own agenda. If only there was someone above her who could make the shots. Alan looks over at him.
That isn't fair.
I can't let this happen either. No, I'll do it. I'll take the internship. I'll take it after this school year. You know what we'll be grooming you to, right, Alan? What we'll be teaching you how to do? So why don't you say what you need to say? As apprenticeship, director of Scilabs, Dr. Black, do you want to come back? I accept responsibility for what happened to you, and if you wish to not go, then of course you can go to the police. They both look at him like, no, that's not what you're supposed to fucking say. Dr. Black
Bug
looks
had
at
an
Alan.
evil Smirk, and Vader had a worried expression, and at that one, Vader has the smirk and Bug has the worried expression.
Dr. Black looks at Alan, looks to the other two, looks back to Yome.
Is
What is
that
What does Yome say?
Is that what you really want to do?
I mean, my mom's really stubborn, and he looks over. The director really doesn't want to have this happen. He doesn't really feel like he wants to be here, so it's not like this is something it's not like it's something that I didn't think might happen eventually. I just
That
didn't want
doesn't
to.
mean you don't have a choice. You've always had a choice.
It's not a big deal, Yome. I just wanted to finish school first. If I have to skip out on 1 year, that's fine. Sometimes I wonder if my dog doesn't want to open the door because he's
You're
scared
not-
of the door.
You're not
or
being
because he wants
honest.
me to get up. Then how about those to be my terms? Dr. Black looks over to you, like putting a hand on your shoulder. What if my terms are, you finish school, and I won't go to the police, and I accept my job? Alan looks to him, looks back to the director and his mom. They're both just kind of like looking pretty frazzed as what Alan just said. Like, you can go to the police, who cares? No.
I'll
go
take the
to
fall. Go to the police.
They're like, we don't want you to be director and have a criminal record, Alan. We're trying to stop that.
And then I was
Oh,
like,
come on, every
as-
president has a criminal
as
record.
Alan gives them both the bird, fuck you.
No, the bird's over here.
Yeah, it's over there. It's over there.
El Pedro Spydro is over there.
Okay, for sure, fine.
I accept. I don't... it's my decision, right? Alan's mom smiles.
He is
Abel's like, no! No!
Foiled again.
Curse you! What? Do something!
What?
Exactly.
I don't
What?
see
Something
what there is to do. I am done my priority to convince him to become president. What do I do now?
What's my purpose?
I am
You
now
will take
without
the
purpose.
internship in 2 years. My mission is complete. Puts gun to head.
Okay,
Oh,
stop
wow.
everything. This all happened in 1 day.
Yeah!
What do I do now?
Man, Walt, look at you. You're fucking god at your job.
Man, what? You're fucking great. You're great at your
You
job.
Okay, well,
As Bud can't push. Well, what? Looks like you need another job. Time to put you in my internship.
Oh, what's your internship?
You'll find out.
Oh no.
I think
LP is ready
I think
to
that's
be in
agreeable,
black
right?
markets.
Very agreeable, Dr. Black. We appreciate having you back. Be sure to work on that program of yours. It is a prototype after all, like you said. I'm sorry that I made my unfortunate call. I'm looking forward to its completion. Of course. He just kind of like nods. He looks toward Abel, he looks toward her, and he's just like, I'm fucking out. He goes to walk back, looking back to you guys. Alan goes and stands up. Also, Mom, I got on your computer, bye.
I saw some weird shit in there.
She doesn't seem to follow him after that. She's just like, she left that thing on there for him to get it, so she's just like, oh, okay.
So I put all of my energy into stopping him
Yes,
from
you
not
did.
knowing. And this fucker.
Alan is a good boy.
He's not,
Alan
he's
is a
smart
good
enough.
boy.
What a
You made
sweet-
your bed.
You tried so hard. Well, I'm
Now
sorry.
you must lie in it.
Can I cry in your arms, Paradox?
No.
You can
just
cry
don't-
in his
no.
arms tonight. It must have been something he said.
The rest of
I said
you
society.
the rest of you start to gather around the door as the director calls out, Alan. He looks at him, smiles, reaches into his desk, pulls out a plaque that says Garnet.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Alan
god.
just looks at him, and
That's
then he
creepy.
leaves.
I just go back.
Yome legitimately says, "That's creepy," and follows Alan.
My
I'm gonna
god.
go grab it.
You
Does
guys
this man
all
know how to stop?
you guys all make your way into the hall after that.
It's time to. Do I have the plaque?
Yome just rips the clock out of
Do
the
you want to
wall.
go
It's
get the
time
plaque?
to-
Yes.
You walk in and grab the plaque from Abel. What do you do with it?
I'm gonna just have to take it with me now.
You take it with you? Hell yeah. He can't stop you.
Yeah.
Alan's gonna
grabs a
ruin
random
it.
clock off the wall. It's time to stop.
Alan,
Where are your parents?
Alan makes his way
Where are your
out.
parents?
Alan makes his way out. You guys go up into the hallway where he's at. He just kind of puts his hand against the screen over here. Bird's here, by the way.
Of course
As
he
he's
is.
just like, ah.
Do.
You did very well, Alan.
Very slowly walking over.
Oh.
Watch fucking trips over himself. Are you okay?
You think she'll tell Dad?
No, I don't see why she wouldn't. You
think
did
we'll-
good in there.
You think we'll still be able to go to the park? Do you think I'm grounded?
Why would your dad ground you?
I don't know.
Your dad.
You're not grounded until he says it to you, so let's go to the park.
Meanwhile, over at Martin's freaking phone, PT gets a message. Your son raised his voice to me. He goes, heh.
Oh yeah, your son raised his voice to me
What have you been teaching him?
when he's at
The only
Scilab.
things that have been racing on my side are the stocks, bitch.
I love
When
how
he-
his reaction's just like, heh.
When he's at Scilabs, he's your son.
Just responds with that.
That's
When
the
he's at
perfect
Sci
response.
Labs, he's your son.
Wow, they're gonna argue over. Holy shit! I've never seen a divorce work this way.
It's like the opposite.
Custody card.
Alan
No,
turns
you
back
have
towards,
him.
Alan turns back towards you guys. Hmm?
Are you sure that was that the decision you wanted to do?
Yome,
Mm?
they can't make me be the director.
Well, yeah, I'd like to hope that they wouldn't.
Yeah, so it should be fine.
Yeah, this
You
was
did.
not a legal agreement.
Well, yeah,
Any writing?
I mean, if me saying it and having a say in doing this is anything, then that's just helps us out. I mean, it's not like they can make me be the director.
You did not sign anything, so legally, no, they can't.
I just have to go along with this for a little bit. If I don't want to, then I don't. Right?
Is this what they call a loophole?
This
Yes.
is what
Oh,
I don't know why, but whenever everybody was around outside of the door, I just felt really calm. Even Kane wasn't able to throw me off, so I just kind of rolled with it.
that's good.
that is your confidence.
What the fuck is that? I'm kidding.
What the fuck?
Start screaming
Con-
uncontrollably.
Confide.
I need to look this up.
Confiant?
Hold on.
Confident?
Oh,
What?
confinement.
Confinement?
Confinement.
I don't have claustrophobia, Yome. Are you okay?
I mean,
You
looks at
did good in there, kid. And because of what you did, I understand exactly what my position in this is now.
Oh.
Your mother said it herself. Anything I give to my superiors at the police at the station go through her. So I know who I'm really reporting to. which means I'm going to be writing some very boring pieces of parchment in the near future. And it seems I need to stick by all of you more than I can trust. I need the
You're
other
gonna be
people.
writing them in parchment?
I don't really know what kind of deal my mom made with you guys, but
Neither do I.
mm,
As far as I was aware, Scilabs had no idea I was really coming around.
You said you had a warrant that said you could do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, any sort of thing that she said, if you're not aware of it, I mean, what were they gonna do?
Suppress it, throw it away, burn it. Any combination of that.
I
That's
mean,
my
I
guess.
guess if you found out that I really was doing anything with bombs, it would kind of break that.
Kind of. Yeah.
It's not like.
But would it really, though? I'm starting to wonder that.
Dr. Black makes his way over.
Oh.
I don't know what's really going on with all of you, but even if it was a bit of a fib, thanks for putting your neck out for me, Mr. Garnet.
Thanks for putting your neck out for me, boss.
If you do stick around, I mean, at least that means in 2 years we'll have somebody somewhat competent in charge of this place. Sorry about everything, Doctor. Call me Hero. I'm Alan. You know that. you know that I He looks over at Yome and gives a bit of a smile. What are all of you going to be doing? Your friend mentioned camping?
Yeah, something like that. Why does that Navi look like you?
Long story.
Long story.
Well, if you're all going to be going camping, he looks over toward Yome. Maybe we could ask my wife if she can make you all something.
Hmm?
She's actually really handy when it comes to stuff like that.
Food?
Plus, we can give her the good news.
Yes, that's right.
We've blackmailed the president. Hooray!
We can't blackmail the president. He's right there.
Yeah, I've been there. Come on.
As Watt holds up the plaque.
By the way, does Watt have any pockets, or is Watt just awkward?
I'm just
Watt
holding
just
it.
He's
carrying
just
it.
holding it, like
He's
very
just carrying a
carefully, like you're holding like an egg.
It's like a baby. I'm holding a
Vader's
baby.
going to see you
The
holding that and
child
go,
of my future.
Vader's
My
going to
reason
see you
for
holding that
being.
and go, hey, if you could just put that in my head. Just,
Points
You
to
want me to just-
skull.
Do you want me to just put it in there?
yeah, see? He
don't
shows
worry,
that
it
he
won't
has the
hurt.
business card that he put in there.
Like a backpack.
Just kind of puts the plague in the skull very quickly.
Hey,
This is your guy's bag of holding. It's just his head.
His head.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Listen, there's nothing going on up there anyway.
As you put the plaque in, it looks like more of the plaque fits in than what you think should actually be there. It's almost like it's not just the hat that's hollow. It's probably his whole head that's hollow.
That explains a lot, actually. Thank you.
We could have put our foot-long sandwich in there. We didn't have a foot-long sandwich. We could have had a...
We could have put our future footlong sandwich in there.
Well, that strange display aside,
Yome, maybe then, while she's doing that, and while the rest of you kick back for a little bit, I'm sure you are tired after coming all the way here from the hospital. Seems like you showed up around the same time she did. A bit of a rush, I think. If you all wish, we could talk about what you said earlier as well.
Right. That's right.
Follow me. We live a couple of floors down.
All right, you people live here.
Well, only the most important doctors and myself.
You're funny.
Thank you very much, officer.
It's just Paradox right now. I don't have a badge.
He goes over toward the elevator and presses the down button, and it takes forever.
This whole time he's been holding his box.
He's still holding the box. Yeah, he's just like,
Yeah.
I guess I should take this to my fucking office back again. I don't know. Fuck.
I'll deal with this later.
I'll
I
do.
got my old waifu in front of me.
Here, hold on. I'm just gonna put this in here. Just shoves it all in. But I'm kidding.
Rips up the letter Lisa wrote, stuffs it in there.
He seems
my
to have
God,
very
he's
bad luck with elevators, as you guys wait around 10 minutes for the elevator to get all the way back up to the top floor.
I hold this man solely responsible.
So,
This man?
This man.
Yes.
Which man is this man? That's the real game.
Ah, man, that's this man. I know of him.
You guys,
Am I?
you guys make your way down through the floors. Not too many, just a couple. You guys know the top floors are the ones that have all the apartments, as well as most of the higher tier offices of this place. It seems to take you right back to the floor that Dr. Walter was living on, as he takes you there. I mean, we already used these for basically all of them, so here we go. Cool, another one. But this one's reversed. Anyway.
Oh damn.
We're in the Bizarro zone.
Oh shit.
Everything's backwards now.
You guys make your way over to the room. As you do, he seems to open it. Oh wait, there's a panda here. There's a panda in his room.
You found Panda Man.
Panda Man.
He
You know
seems
he's a
to-
panda because he has panda in his name.
Of course.
Oh, okay. See, I just thought he was a mutant. Now I know.
Man.
He seems to open up the door just immediately, stepping his way in. Where? Probably down here. Yeah, they're down here. Whoop. You see what appears to be not Betty.
Oh.
Betty is not here.
She's playing with Quake Man.
Quick man, nah. You see,
She's climbing Quake Man.
you see what he's just over there like, you have to stop. I'm so hyped on adrenaline. Anyway,
Please get off me, Betty.
Oh my god.
Please get off me, Betty.
stop
If you
me,
die,
oh my
Miss Gurney
God.
won't talk to. If you fall, Miss Gurney won't talk to me.
if I cause another disturbance, Miss Garner will never talk to me again. Anyway,
She'll never give me that style change.
as Hero makes his way in, his wife seems to make her way over and go and throw her arms around him, looking basically very worried, but like sees that he is with all of you, and he just seems to smile back at her. Turns out they made a mistake. That's wonderful. She goes and hugs him. As that happens, they seem to hug and smooch. I'm kidding.
And just engage.
They just
in
fall on the
in front of
ground and start
everyone.
engaging in the rough. Anyway, let's make another Betty. Anyway, no.
Yo, mate, get in on this.
Another Betty too.
No, thank you. You'll probably just start crying.
Betty the second. Can you stop with that? I'm kidding. No. As she seems to hug him and look over. She seems to immediately put two and two together since you guys said you might be able to help, and just kind of smiles over towards you guys. Thank you guys so much. Looks back over to each of you. looks back over to Alan. As she sees Alan, she remembers what Alan had said before, and then just kind of like smiles at him and just gives a bit of a thumbs up toward him. Honey, they said that they're going to be going on a picnic later. I thought maybe you could fix something for them, well, because they helped us out so much. Oh, so I'm just supposed to make them something. I mean, I could...
I could help.
He looks over towards you. She looks at you. You can cook.
Mm-hmm. Alan has helped me and taught me how to make a sandwich.
You can
And beef
cook.
stroganoff.
She looks at Alan. She looks over at you, Yome. I think I want him to help.
Mm.
You guys have some catching up to do, right? I can
yes,
help. Yeah.
Yes. You're right.
She smiles, beckons over toward Alan, like, come on, let's go. And she makes her way over as he looks back to you guys and makes her way over with her. As that happens, she basically starts pulling things out. She starts saying out loud, like, "Oh, you know, Betty's not here right now. I left her with family because, you know, probably didn't want to see her dad break down while everything was happening." Anyway,
I was gonna cry really bad, you know.
Just plops down.
I was gonna destroy everything in this apartment in a mental breakdown.
don't look at the windows too closely. Big cracks down there. I'm kidding.
And you still see the bird behind them.
So, Yome, you still have that form when we were young.
The doctor makes his way over towards you guys. He seems to give a bit of a smile. You can all sit down if you wish.
I'd already plopped down.
I'd love to hear what's actually been going on since everything's been like this. I can't imagine you've been, well, awake long, huh?
We have, well, Cross and Bug Vader and I, we have only been active for about a bit over a week.
He goes over next to Paradox Man, just kind of sits down and just like kind of like pats beside of him. So like, you know, hey, come sit down. Does anybody want to sit down?
She will do she would like that kind of like nervous pitter patter and then just thump.
Anyone else sitting down?
Nah, I'm good this time.
Okay.
I was just gonna like.
You sat.
I am
last
standing near
time.
the plaque man. He's got the plaque. I cannot let him out of my
I can't let this plaque out of my sight, you see.
Sitting down was such a luxury last time. I shouldn't be so fucking greedy.
There's another chair right here.
You're standing awfully close. I mean...
What's just like, we're like brothers, only closer.
Please. There are children here.
Can I ask for like a 2-minute break? I have a tummy ache.
You can. We're gonna be ending soon, so have that 2-minute
Okay, I'll
break.
hold it. Okay, yeah, okay, 2 minutes.
Ever since I put it in you, you've been so distant, Vader.
Oh my god!
Look, you put it in, it's done now.
I told you it was a one-time thing, one and done.
Oh my god, you guys.
We were young, we were desperate.
Oh my,
But what if I need it later?
I was only a week old. I didn't know what I was doing.
oh my god, I hate all of you.
Man, aren't we glad we had that mature setting on Twitch now?
That's true. Never have I been more happy.
Man, this would make a great Navi soap opera. Just on television.
As you're like, you can't escape me, you take out the Vaderspiration.
I control your fate. So how about them Knicks?
Fuck that guy.
If you're gonna stand close to me,
They're almost
you
as
wanna
bad
do
as
some,
fucking burbs.
But look at this
you
bird.
wanna do some training?
It's
So what?
fucking stalking me.
Look at this bird. It's fine.
Look at the verb, Pedro.
What is Sir Pedro?
Yeah, this is El Pedro Spydra.
Why has it been named thus?
I didn't name it.
Mad
Pretty
Lord.
sure that was either Will or Fomal.
It's always me. It's odd that in Pokemon I'm doing it here again.
I remember when I used to do that, but then I got fucking lazy. Thank you for taking up my torch.
You had a torch?
Yes, I was on fire 90% of the time.
Oh man, I love fire. Thank you.
Why do
You
you
know-
think Jess was such a radiant god?
Oh, Ancient
You
Worker.
know,
That actually makes some sense. I should roll that really quick before
Being
anything
a
happens.
wine taster and the torchbearer are two jobs that should not go together.
3 rolls. I'll say 2 of them are her since she is having Alan help her. So we'll have the first one be her roll. She has
But
a.
yeah,
All right, that's actually pretty good.
What Vader
Oh.
said is,
Second roll.
if you want to hang out, I guess we can train together.
This is Alan's roll.
You what?
Ooh,
train.
Huh?
Alan got a pretty low roll with that,
You're gonna be Alan's bodyguard, right?
but it's still okay.
Yeah.
So let's train
And the third roll.
Train what?
our bodies.
Okay.
We're automatons. But okay.
Neat.
So
They got pretty good rolls. It's fine.
So are you a brawler, a kicker,
Ba-
shooter?
ba- 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 ba-
I do
ba-
like to
ba-
punch.
ba- 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 ba-
It's just like the most
ba-
uncomfortable.
ba-
Like everyone's
ba- ba-
sitting in
ba-
sheer
ba-
silence
ba-
and
ba-
these
ba-
are talking about training.
ba- 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 ba-
Vader
ba-
just starts
ba- ba-
rubbing
ba- ba-
uncomfortably
ba-
up
ba-
against
ba-
him. Is that so? I like to shoot things.
I
I
don't
like
know.
punch things.
How long are you gonna be here? Points
Uh,
to sexy Alan.
Well, you
What?
see, I've been on assignment here for just a day.
I think I've been doing a bang up job if I do say so myself.
I already uncovered a secret plot to cover up and fire people unjustly. God, I'm a
And
good
also
cop.
the plot. And also
Man,
the
I
plot
don't
of
even-
me
who
being
knows how-
involved in it.
I mean, how many years has this been going on?
By the way, about 26 minutes ago, Azure Kai gave $4. Says, Alan, here's inspiration. Fire your mom and hire Dr. Plaque in her position. Or you do you.
That would have been the biggest fucking power move of all time. Mom,
It's like,
you're
oh,
fired.
it's like, okay, you guys want me to be in charge, huh? All right, you're both fired.
Fucking slam.
And Scilabs is mine now.
I'm gonna turn it into a twisty theme park now.
Hey Savannah, you want to make a Disney theme park?
I'm turning the entire place into a recycling factory. First, I'm recycling Scilabs.
A grand and just initiative.
And I'm hiring
I
Savannah.
feel like I'm in danger now.
Quickly, Blue,
hard to
plug your games
return.
and social medias. What?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ancient Worker is too late. She returned.
I'm sorry.
Sure you are.
Ah,
I'm kidding.
so, where were we at? We're gonna
As
get
you
to all
guys go and sit down, small talk is somewhat had. However, he looks over towards you, Yome. About what you said earlier.
Mhm.
You do remember it, right?
Yes. If you are in need of a Navi.
Do-do-do-do. Gonna roll for something real quick. I believe it's a +4. Oh,
almost.
that's actually pretty low for it. I mean, we don't have one. And it seems like something like that would be very useful. Especially if it's an old friend.
Mm.
Don't you think?
As you can see, points to the others, Alan has quite the surplus of navies. And after a couple unfortunate events caused by my own actions, I thought it would be for the better.
You guys see, not Yome, because you're talking currently. The rest of you guys see that over at the kitchen area, they seem to be making stuff, but Alan is definitely looking over as this is happening. As things are being said, you guys see the wife kind of elbow Alan. Just kind of elbow him in the side really quick. He looks over. She seems to like motion with her head over there. Continue, Yome.
I have been quite troublesome. And I have thought a lot about things. And it is a hard decision, but I think this is what is best. Because as they say, is the hardest decision not the best one?
I still need you.
Huh?
Alan steps out. He has a fucking ladle in hand. I still need you. He's holding it out almost like it's a sword.
Would you making sandwiches?
I still need you, Yome. She does make a good she does make a good point though, Alan. You do have so many Navis after all. And I need all of them. But I especially need Yome.
All I've caused is trouble.
I don't want any of them to go.
All I've done is hurt you.
You know that's not true. We haven't had everything work out. But that's unrealistic, right? He steps forward holding the ladle, kind of lowering it a bit.
I do not know, because I don't understand.
Not everything can work out perfectly. Nothing works out perfectly. Look at today.
I'm going to keep messing up. There could be many other times where I make you mad, or I stress you out, or I hurt you.
And that's what being a friend is. It's understanding that and still wanting to be around them. I didn't have any friends until you and Bug Vader and Cross came into my life. Everyone felt like they were distancing themselves from me. I mean, I'm sure eventually I probably would have talked to Savannah, but I'm not sure if I would have had the confidence to actually become friends with her. If you or Vader or Cross were to leave, I need you, Yome. Not because you can do anything for me, but because I don't want you to not be there. I'm not gonna keep you if you really don't want to, but... He looks over at Dr. Black. I need you.
Even knowing that I can still hurt you and stress you out and make stupid mistakes. Despite everything.
It looks like I do the same to you. Am I right? I've been thinking about it for quite a few games. I mean hours. I mean days.
Quite this past week.
Yeah.
This past week.
I've only known you guys for such a short time. I don't want you to leave just yet. But if you really think that you'd be happier, then, I mean, it's not like we wouldn't see each other again, but...
It's not about my happiness. I'm not doing this because I want to leave. Of course I don't want to leave. But something kept telling me that this might have been the right choice.
Well, that something is wrong. Looks away.
Slight tearies.
What do you think, Yome?
There's no guarantee I can make anyone happy.
I
There's
think
no
you've
guarantee.
made plenty of people happy.
I don't understand how. And that's what frustrates me so much. When I was in the box, I didn't have to worry about anything like that. And even then, I couldn't really do the job right. I thought with this new autonomy, I could finally really fulfill my purpose. But
Well, I don't approve of that. I'm kidding. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm
But-
playing.
nothing my program told me would worked. And I didn't understand. So I thought maybe I'm just a failure. Because even with the new purposes I was apparently given, I couldn't do those either. It seemed like I made people happy.
I have a
The one
question,
person.
Yome.
Mm?
He motions toward Alan. Would that kid have said this stuff last week?
Mm.
If you honestly think you've made no difference, then come home with me. But if you think you've made a difference, and you think that this kid is telling the truth, then you know what to do.
That's that. She looks at Alan, and now the little blippy tears are just tears. They're tears now. And she looks at Alan, and then she looks down again.
Alan is very kind. He's very honest. He doesn't have a lot of confidence, but he makes up with it for with so much potential. Like a candle. He's gentle. But when pushed, he can become a roaring blaze and overcome any obstacle. I know he can. Because I believe in him. And that's why I know he's being honest. I don't want to go. I want to stay. But something keeps telling me that's wrong. Should I not listen to it? Is that just my own doubt?
Listen to whatever you want to listen to. Nobody knows you better than you do. Not me, and not Alan. And that's what it's like to be the way you are. It was the same thing for Gabriel. You're more than your coding, Yome. If you want to do anything, it's up to you. Even whenever I had you before, you were different. You were a lot more real than I expected you to be. So real that it made me a little scared sometimes, actually. But it was also something that I needed. And I'm glad that even now you still think that you belong to me. But I'll have you know, after I had you for as long as I did, after a while, even bringing people home to see you, I never really thought that I truly owned you. You're different. You should do what you want to do. What is it you want to do, Yome? Don't listen to any voices. Don't listen to us. What does Yome want to do? He smiles at you.
Looks down. Runs to Alan. Hug.
Ah! Dives over the coffee table. I'm kidding.
I want to make you happy. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to go either.
Even if I'm stupid and I mess up, I want to keep learning and trying and experiencing new things. It's been so much fun. I want to keep making good memories.
Alan has taken you, because you have fucking actually, you know, again, ran over at him. He's like taking you into a hug. He's just kind of like looking at you and then looking over toward Bug Vader and Cross, and then looking at you again.
A blue hoo-hoo.
Dr. Black, if you want Watton Paradox, you can have... I'm kidding.
I mean, you could, if you really want a Navi, like you said, I do have too many. Do you want these?
I'm playing.
I'll even supply the long blue wig if you want.
Let's go camping. Okay? And then let's figure out what we're gonna be doing. And we just got all those copy bots, so we'll surprise Dad when we get home.
Wah. Wah.
Wah.
Wah.
As you wah into Alan,
He's
You
still holding
see-
the ladle.
you see... No, he's dropped it at this point.
Ha.
It didn't have any food or anything on it. He just kind of grabbed a random instrument and then ran over here like,
I'll beat him with this.
I
if you
will
go.
destroy him with my
His wife
two
said I could.
with my two
My
physique.
ladle.
So what if he's been working out? I've got a ladle.
You see Alan smiling, Yome crying, the rest of you being there, the bird
This is-
flapping, and
Dude, are you crying? No.
Vader's just like, I'm kidding.
Blows his nose into the curtain.
What curtain?
As Yome, you're just kind of like hugging and crying into Alan. Camera pans over toward the couch where Hero's looking at you. Kind of looks away, looking over to the wife. The wife just kind of smiles at him. Hero turns away, and there's a bit of tears rolling in his eyes, like, you know, hey, I really don't want to let go of Yome either again, but you know.
Damn it, wife! You made me lose my waifu.
Stupid
Damn it,
wife. Stupid wife. You made me lose my wife. Ooga, booga, booga.
I could have had two of them.
I could have had
It's like, Daddy,
multiple waifus. You know the dreams, wife. Anyway, I've
As
told you.
Watson, an executive decision, or should I say, a presidential decision.
Oh my god.
This is why Bug is not valid in anyone's eyes.
As
God
he
damn
looks
it.
away, kind of wiping the tear from his face, he goes and stands up, makes his way around you guys into the kitchen. As he walks by, she just kind of gives a bit of a giggle. He sighs, so like giving her like a look and a smile, and then retreats into the back. As that happens, I think that's a good time for us to end things off for the night. Fuck, we settled a lot of plot points today.
Yes.
I know, right? Like, we got shit done.
The door locks, and now we're all trapped in here.
And those the
You'll never leave, Yome. I won't allow it.
She
Full
can
set
literally-
again.
I mean, that's just a
Meanwhile,
robot.
The
I mean, it's
void
just
in Vader's helmet starts to protrude as the black has sentience.
He comes back out. So I heard you're mixing records. If you ever get anything that looks like Yome, maybe you could get. I'm kidding.
fuck's sake.
You throw the fox at him. Here you go.
Here you go.
Just said,
Just please don't let her free from Scilabs. We won't be able to save your job a second time.
I think we're gonna end things off there for the
Do
night.
you want
and,
to want to what?
there's
mind.
not really any ending cutscenes. You guys will be heading off from this room eventually, making your way to the park a little bit later, and starting whatever's going to be happening there. You have a lot of things to keep your minds on, and well, a lot of things that kind of got brought up today, as the camera pans down. Alan and Yome kind of hugging. Camera pans down to Alan's pocket as it kind of pulses a purple glow for a second. It's fine. Everything's fine. So,
You've eaten everything.
everything's fine.
I have consumed everything. You'll never see it coming.
Yep,
Because
that's
nothing is here. It's all gone.
definitely
I'm
what I was
genius.
talking about.
I think I'll call the police chief and yell at him.
100% what I'm talking about. As I drop something into Alan's inventory.
Yeah, he still has that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has
We're just not
pockets.
gonna talk about that.
Yo,
If we don't
pockets
acknowledge it, it doesn't exist.
exist.
true.
Exactly.
It's fine. You guys can just use this in a pinch, and you know, it'll be fine.
Just like that blue fucking herb stalking me. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It won't even
I'm
say
glad.
hello.
I'm glad it was
Fucking
you that
rude.
got. I'm glad it was you that got beat.
Beat's rude as fuck. He won't even say hi.
So, the card that you got was called Beat. However, the card is gonna get renamed because nobody else can get beat.
Ha.
Beat's already there. Or should I say, El Pedro is already there.
Pedro Squadra.
So we'll see what the beat cart does. We'll see what happens with that.
As it's like, why did you
The next one, by the way, is called the Eddie.
Ooh.
I don't think I want that.
Wait. Is there another card that is evil, Eddie?
Double D.
Well, no, Watt's double D.
What?
It was called
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
I thought what was
that's
double A?
it was. It was Anti-Eddie from Mega Man 11.
After Eddie, I believe it goes. After Eddie, it goes to. Oh right.
What the fuck is that?
What's up?
Anti-Eddie.
It's a panda.
No, the thing Jake put.
That's Anti-Eddie.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
I know he's an asshole. He takes your extra lives and leaves.
Is that what he's holding?
Yeah.
Blue, you're not gonna
Okay.
plug, are you? Plug what?
Plug what?
Plug your games and medias. Why do I gotta plug my games and medias? How dare you, ancient worker? By the way, if you guys want to continue on tomorrow, we're doing a Pokemon game.
There it is.
Oh, I wish I knew what that was. That would have been.
It's Pokemon.
Hey, Will, you know what Pokemon
You were in it. I'm kidding. So,
Oh man, I can't wait for somebody to get Big Eddie though.
on Wednesday, we're doing Avatar. Hopefully, we'll have Avatar this week. I'm pretty sure everybody's fine with it. And next week, we'll come back with some more Net Navi. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed myself. If you have any questions, comments, cracks, put them in the comments below. It's kind of refreshing to have a nearly 4-hour session since we usually go way beyond that lately until like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. So it's good to have a session ending around the time it's supposed to be ending. Hopefully we'll
We're
have
only
games
slightly
start.
late and ended on time.
Exactly. We're doing
Yeah.
good.
It's all happening.
It's
Hope-
all good.
Hopefully what? Hopefully what?
Hopefully what?
Hopefully what? You were gonna say something.
What? What's up?
Okay. Because I thought you were gonna say hopefully we can start a little bit sooner. To which I was gonna say I've been trying to pull some strings, but never mind.
I guess we'll stop pulling those fucking strings
I
then.
guess I won't.
Hopefully we
You
can
probably
start
should
on
pull those
time from
strings.
now on. I'm kidding.
There we go.
We're on time before we
Yay.
get to sooner.
With all
So
that
just-
being said, what C. Burke or Wyatt C. Burke? Thank you for the follow, my dude. Much appreciated. My guys,
Hell yeah.
What?
I think I'm gonna be leaving you guys with a raid. We're gonna be raiding Rainbow Waffles. Rainbow Waffles, of course, is people we usually enjoy raiding on the Sundays because he's usually the only one actually doing anything. pretty sure he's doing some. I have no idea. I guess Warframe again.
Warframe is always fun.
I don't know actually. I have no idea what he's doing. That is not. I don't think that's Warframe. I have no idea what that is. Either way, let's go ahead and go for a slash raid. When you get over at him, my dudes, when you get over to him, be sure to give him some commander buddies. Throw some yomeis at him as well. I mean, we just came out of this session, so throwing some yomeis at him might be pretty fun. I hope you guys have a good time over there. Be sure to refresh your page. That way you actually count as views on his stuff instead of views on my stuff, because that is how things go. If you decide to stay, of course. And until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Help. The bird is stalking me in the real world now.
I hope you enjoyed my horrible fake crying.
Am I going to have to make fake reports just to fuck with Alan's
Oh,
mom?
hell yeah.
I'm going to
Someday,
absolutely.
she's